Damn, you sicko. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, let's get the show on the road, shall we? Welcome. Thank everybody for being here so early in the night. Thanks to Dan for already being in chat and doing the mod things tonight. My name's Eternally Blue. Tonight we have two Storm Division teams, pre-workout Powah and can't censorship, going at it tonight in a best of 5. Little bit of housekeeping things before we get started. Map bans pre-workout Powah has banned Alterac Pass and Braxis Holdout. Can't Censorship has banned Sky Temple, thank God, and Dragonshire. Lobby's been created. First map picked by pre-workout Powah, gonna be Volskaya. And that's where we'll be heading first. So, Lobby, like I said, is created. We'll get going here very shortly. This, so Storm Division playoffs, from my understanding, I'm all echoing again, Blue. What? Someone says I'm echoing? Do I sound very echoey? Dan, if you're paying attention, does everything sound okay? Because it should be fine. I don't really hear. I mean, I guess I don't hear it echoing. All right, someone's trying to freak me out. Someone said that I'm echoing 3 or 4 times. Like, I mean, I've had some weird issues, but that one would be the first for sure. So let's talk about Volskaya Factory, or Foundry rather. Not a map you typically see, even in NGS, although it's part of the pool. But because it is not part of Storm League, many teams are not super familiar with it. You don't typically see him. Thank you, Dan. You don't typically see it played in NGS. So. It's a 3-lane map. First objective starts mid, then it goes top, then it goes bottom. And then I believe it's random from that point on. But looks like everybody's in the lobby now finally. This guy is ranked Grandmaster. Yeah. Love you, bye. Everybody say hello to my wife, who's holding up the congratulations balloon for me, trying to hide. Everybody can very clearly see you.
Where the camera is?
Yeah, the camera's right here.
Know.
Okay.
Boogie balloon.
That's alright. There's only 15 people watching you be a dork. That's fine.
Boogie balloon.
That won't at all be distracting during the game.
Goodbye.
Love you.
This thing has 9% alcohol.
Oh, can you bring me the...
Lemonade.
Can I have that other one? The
Oh, we
warheads?
have to share that.
Well, you're not sharing that.
I literally just handed it to you to try. It's very tart. And it's also 9%.
9%. Oh my god,
I just
I'm drunk after that.
It's not very good.
Welcome,
It'll get
Spy
you
Hub.
drunk. Okay, bye.
Okay, love you, bye. Welcome, Spark. Anyway. Tactical pauses all game. What is that? Let's go CCS. Dan, once game gets rocking and rolling here, let's get a absolutely, Spark. Let's get a you know, the thing, a prediction. That's what I mean. CCS is ready. I'm ready. I think we're finally about ready to get started here in game 1 of this best of 5. Oh, let's do the thing.
Industries.
Pre-workout power, gonna be PWP. It's CCS, obviously can't censorship, it's gonna be on the right. Home team's pre-workout power, they took the first map pick, so first pick is gonna go to CCS. We have Mundane Zebra banning for CCS and Storm Pog on the left-hand side for team pre-workout power. Thanks, Dan. First ban, who's it going to be? It's kind of an interesting... HOTS is in a really interesting place right now where, like, there doesn't seem to be one particularly super strong, absolutely need to ban hero. With the nerfs to Rhaegar and Johanna, everybody is relatively balanced right now. I'd say that, like, the only real meta healer right now is, like, Anduin. And I've been seeing a lot of Anduin bans. Or first pick Anduins. But CCS knows that something's up with the Falstad, so the Falstad's the first ban. Junkrat banned. 2 strong DPS is taken out early. Junkrat very good, fighting on a point, same with the Falstad. Falstad able to roam very freely along the map. Just a great mobility hero in general. Second ban for CCS, gonna be the Syl. Makes sense. Syl with the Mercenary Queen can be really oppressive, as there are multiple turrets and really strong camps on this map. And there you see Rhaegar banned, so not the Anduin like I was thinking, but Rhaegar's still pretty good. Cleanse at level 1, also strong. First pick of this best of 5 for CCS is going to be whom? Well, we see one of those DPS is taken, maybe we'll see the best healer available. And we see the global Brightwing taken by Shredded Wind. Team pre-workout power going to be locking in their first and second heroes. 10 seconds to make an informed decision how they want to deal with a Brightwing. At this point, you're not trying to counter the enemy team's Brightwing, you're just trying to pick whatever you think is strong. And you know who's pretty strong? Hanzo. As well as the Johanna. Thank you for the follow, Circle of 11. Welcome. Thank you for supporting the channel. And supporting these teams in their fight to be the best. Like no one ever was. Anywho's. Before the second round of bans here, CCS going to be taking their second and third picks. You see a Leo and a Luna. Luna also great mobility. Leo can be a real pain in the butt to deal with, especially if he hits an Entomb. That could just kind of end the game. Second round of bans, pre-workout power. Probably banning a tank here, or maybe even another DPS if they are familiar with the enemy team. There's the DPS. Mephisto taken. Really good at poking points. A good Mephisto, very hard to kill. Unless you take like a Stitches and you go boom and gorge him, rather. Last ban for CCS. Locked to ban here on the table. Could be anything, really. I'm guessing a healer. Interesting. So maybe they know a little bit about offlane Joe, or maybe an offlane Anub. But even with a tanked lock, CCS is going to be banning that Anubarak.
Tremble before me. For the alliance above all.
So, okay, we see the Anduin come out, we see the double tank, so it's going to be an offlane Johanna, which you've seen a few times over the course of the season, even after the nerf to Johanna. The blinds are so good. The CC capabilities that she has in team fights is very strong, and just having the defensive unstoppable if you decide to go... Oh, there's the Cho'Gall. And this has to be a Tychus, right? It has to be a Tychus. Jinchi Boy and Saki Tora ripping out the Cho'Gall. With essentially a hyper carry Luna, although Cho'Gall's kind of a hyper carry in itself. I'm expecting some sort of percent damage coming out of here. Hanzo's Tracer. That is, I guess that is percent damage on the bomb. So there you go. This is going to be a very interesting matchup. We have double tank coming out of the side of PWP and CCS locking in a Cho'Gall. So these are some of the best players in NA. It's going to be good. I'm really excited for this series. I hope you guys are too. Game 1 between Pre-Workout Power and Can't Censorship starts now. Dan, mods! Mods! Get some predictions. Let's wager. Also, Pre-Workout Power, I must apologize. I did not have the fancy overlays like everybody else does, so I make my own, and I didn't have a image for you. So you have, because Pre-Workout Power, I assume it's a fitness-related thing, you have a muscly Terry Crews, and Can't Censorship has their own little logo there. Dan! Everybody just starts spamming watch for Dan until he makes a poll. Alright. Game 1. From left to right, we have Pre-Workout Power. We have Stormpog on the Tracer, Sim Legacy on the Anduin, Nathaniel Odos, which I'm butchering, on the Johanna, Nazmus on the Hanzo, and Unaverted playing Diablo. From right to left, we have CCS. We have Shredded Wind on the Brightwing, Sailboy. that's on my list. Unless you read it, it's going to be Sailboy. On the right, playing Cho'Gall, Death Strikes on the... Who is that? On the Luna, and Mundane on Leo. Let's ARAM, shall we? Everybody just padding stats here. No one's probably going to get a kill. Nobody's probably going to get caught out of position. I hope they prove me wrong. Joe pops the Unstoppable right away. A good stun on to the Cho'Gall. But Cho'Gall is, by nature, a chonky boy. Thank you for the follow, TT4 Geek. Welcome to the channel. Thank you for supporting these teams. Cho'Gall going in on the Diablo, who's taking a ton of damage. You see a good rotation here by Leori to get that soak. The Tracer already being super irritating. Joe trying to slow him down. Here comes the shift from the Brightwing. Johanna's in a lot of trouble, and I think there's her first kill of the game. Is Mundane going to go down as well, though? Yes, so that's a trade. Leo for the Johanna. Meanwhile, in the top lane here, we have the Cho'Gall. More or less trying to double soak, maybe? Just trying to bully PWP out of lane. Vision there taken out by Hanzo. As long as the Luna doesn't get flipped, Diablo really can't deal with this Luna at all. Camp's going to be taken here. CCS sending 3 people there, as well as PWP. Nobody missing soak. You'll see that out of these Storm Division games better than any other division, as people typically don't miss soak, as there's a giant wave there proving me wrong in the middle lane. But here comes Sailboy to pick that up. A lot of damage going on to that Diablo. Ooh, man. Good siege already being done here. They know they have a little bit of time before this Johanna, Tracer, and the Hanzo rotate top. Sailboy going in. Getting a little bit of damage done, booping them away. Shift coming down from Shredded Wind. See both turrets in the middle lane here. It's a 4-on-4. I can't do math. 5-on-5. Thank you for the follow, Trasquirrels. Welcome. Cho'Gall on the top lane. That siege camp already taken from CCS. Trying to push a little bit of this top lane here. Damage going out. Sailboy getting chunked. Gonna take a quick look at the talents here before this objective starts. You have Q build out of the Hanzo. Just an interesting thing I see here. A lot of damage going out onto that Tracer. A good bomb onto the Luna. Luna's gonna go down. Sailboy in a lot of trouble. Shift has to come down. Hopefully it's not interrupted. It's not enough. Sailboy going down. Cho'Gall taken out. Pre-workout power. Gonna be taking a large portion of this objective before CCS is gonna have an opportunity to respond. They're gonna be down 7, so it looks like a gank trying to come out here onto the Leo. Isn't gonna happen. Vision coming out from Luna into that right bush there, or rather vent. Welcome, Porky. See the Cho'Gall on the top lane getting soaked. CCS right now just trying to hit their level 7s. Now level 7s are online. You see them sprinting towards the objective. It's just a Hanzo here. He's going to need to be able to get out, and he does. So 1 turret in favor of CCS. Let's see, who's got... I know Diablo did have a turret. He must have used that. Johanna has a turret there in the top lane. Right now, pre-workout power, well, it's a 4-on-4 essentially. The Leo has not left that bottom lane and appears not to want to ever come up to fight. He's just soaking. He's doing what off-laners do. He's doing his damn job. That's right, blue bits are on the line, CCS. Shift coming down from the Brightwing. The Tracer Bomb does not connect this time, but she'll have it back in another 30 seconds and she'll try again. Leo still ignoring the team, but very focused on soak. It almost seems like CCS doesn't want this objective. Are they gonna be able to step onto this? 3, 2, 1? No. They don't care. Looks like they're trying to get 10s. And with your Cho'Gall, I mean, everybody knows the internal clock is at level 16, right? You hit 16, Cho'Gall wins the game. So they're going to give the objective. Wow, a lot of damage going to be done here onto Shredded Wind. But he's able to get out, and now this Tracer and Diablo are on the hurt. Hanzo, which is a bulk of pre-workout power's damage, is in that mech with no gunner. As Diablo pops in there. We will see a push likely into this mid lane, as this is kind of where they are. They got a big minion wave here. 10's almost online for pre-workout power. You see the Joe going top here while CCS tries to push this objective away, and they're doing it really successfully. They actually pop out of that, so they don't have a gunner. They're just leaving the mech. Nope, Diablo decides to get back in the mech. I get knocked down, I get up again. Alright, now they're going to continue pushing out this, probably waiting for those ability cooldowns to come back. Projector goes down. Sailboy coming in, looking for that Anduin. Bop. Good damage onto the Anduin. Diablo's going to be able to peel successfully for him. Tracer going to be coming down behind, see if he can get a pick on anybody that's low. The bomb goes down. Hanzo's stun arrow comes out. Light Bomb is out onto Gingy Boy, but no one really taking a lot of damage for CCS. It was a really good trade for ults and damage. A nice leap from the Luna. Great Entomb there by the Leo, and CCS is going to clean up almost the entire team here. 4 members go down. And what a great counter engage by CCS there. A massive Entomb. Every ult was shown there, but I'll show you now in case you missed it. The Light Bomb, the Hanzo Arrow, the Lightning Breath, the Falling Sword, and the Sticky Bomb. We have the Entomb, Leaping Strike, Twisted Nether, Blink Heal, and Hammer of Twilight from, oops, my bad, from the Cho'Gall. CCS gonna be probably taking the first fort of the game. A lot of damage going on to Diablo. There goes the Polymorph, and down goes Diablo. Siege Camp gonna be taken here by 4 members of CCS, and right now pre-workout Power has no answer for this Cho'Gall. A good boop by the Cho'Gall to say, get off my camp, this is mine now. Light Bomb comes in to try to peel off of that Leo Entomb, but it was just too much damage. Tracer, oh, so close to going down, but does not. Hanzo chasing him down. Good Polymorph there by Shredded Wind, just trying to peel off the team. 5-man middle now for CCS. And they are now currently in the driver's seat, almost a full level ahead. Gonna hit that 13 sooner. Including they have to eat too much garlic and smell. Did they eat too much garlic? I don't know. Pardon me, stuff's happening on top lane as well as this Luna is taking this camp. I know that was really exciting to watch. Pardon me while I drink. 13's online. Is CCS going to press the advantage? Boy, that Tracer's low HP. It gives me anxiety. Thank you for the follow, Linguistic. Did I say that right? Linguistic. I don't know. My dyslexia sometimes fails me. 13's online. Are they going to take advantage of it? Diablo peels. A lot of damage being done onto the Hanzo, but he gets healed up right away by the Anduin. Level 13's online for pre-workout Power. The Hanzo arrow comes out, but unfortunately there was no follow-up this time. And that is a 70-second cooldown that the CCS does not have to worry about right now, and probably for most of this objective. That seems to be pre-workout Power's hard engage is that Hanzo arrow, so if that being down, CCS is going to have a little bit of advantage here to do whatever they want. Diablo comes in, tries to peel off of that objective. Light Bomb down, gonna be hitting the Leo. Leo somehow stays alive. He's still alive. I don't understand how this is happening. Amazing healing from the Brightwing. The Leo goes down, and but that's about it. Everybody else is still incredibly helpful for CCS. They're trying to run down a battered and bruised pre-workout Power team. No one's gonna die. That Leo had 1 HP for, I don't know, 5 seconds on that point. Go Sail Boy. Sail! Cho'Gall coming bottom, gonna bully this Johanna. Is he gonna be able to get the kill? Yes! Sailboy coming in, bopping the Johanna on top of the head. But in the top lane here, a good engage onto the Hanzo arrow. Is there gonna be a lot of follow-up? No. Yet again, the Hanzo arrow comes out, but there is no follow. It's a 3-on-4 here in favor of pre-workout Power. The Cho'Gall is coming up, and he's angry. Look at the giant, grouchy face coming into the middle lane. It looks like they're just going to keep these guys off, and the Cho'Gall is going to be pushing this middle keep. Try to open up their win condition here, see if they can win this objective. Level 16 is going to be online, and that's when Cho'Gall gets a huge power spike. Light Bomb coming out, and again, hitting nothing. Pre-workout Power just not getting any value out of their ults right now. And CCS here, 5 mid, are going to try to be getting some kills. A lot of damage going down onto the Diablo. Great leaps over the top of that Tracer, but nothing is going to fall. Level 16's online for Cho'Gall. I'm assuming you're gonna go stuns. I'm assuming, yep, it's the stuns. 16's online for Cho'Gall, which if you're playing Storm League and you got a bunch of random idiots running around, typically gonna have a pretty bad time. Shredded Wind gonna be on the objective, gonna be able to blink out of there if need be. Sailboy gonna be taking a turret, basically making him a 2.5 hero. Meanwhile, Anduin and Tracer on the left-hand side here for PWP, gonna be taking their turret camp. Pre-workout Power though, oh, is that going to be a stun? He needs to use that Falling Sword to get out of there. Another, unfortunately, wasted ult. Pre-workout Power having to use their ults very defensively here. Sailboy goes in. The pull has to come out from the Anduin, but a really nice Entomb onto the Diablo. Is that going to be enough? The Anduin Lightbond comes in and tries to peel. The Hanzo arrow misses yet again. The Unstoppable comes out from the Diablo. He's trying to turn around. He's trying to do damage, but it's not going to be enough. Lunaire is going to be able to take out the Diablo, but souls are online for him, and he's going to be back soon. Great stun there onto the Tracer. Tracer going to go down. Compliments to the Sailboy. The Sailboy is rooted. Good stasis coming out. Shift needs to come down onto that Sailboy if he can. Doesn't look like he has it yet. In all of the chaos, I missed the fact that CCS has actually taken that objective. Gonna be pushing this top lane with the Leo and the Luna inside. Meanwhile, Sailboy on a rampage with Cho'Gall. Stuns across the board. This is basically like playing into a Gazlo at level 20, only it's level 16. And also, he does a crapload more damage. A lot of roots being done to Sailboy, but a good cleanse by Shredded Wind. I don't know if they're going to be able to get much more of this objective. He's probably going to see a counter engage here. It would be a 4-on-5. Let's see. Sailboy super slowed. Good stun by the Diablo. Light Bomb coming out. Sailboy in trouble. Another good cleanse. Blink heal getting Sailboy back to 50%. Will we see the Entomb? Unstoppable comes up. 2 leaps from the Luna. It's not enough to kill him. The Hanzo arrow yet again hits, but there is no follow-up by pre-workout power. This is just a bloodbath. This is like hell in the cell for all you for all you WWE fans. Good bop onto the Hanzo. Hanzo's going down. Sailboy just too strong, and the leaping strike, the closing distance that a Luna has to be able to chase somebody down. A lot of damage. I mean, just 2 auto attacks with that. The Luna onto the Tracer, and the Tracer's gonna need a big heal. Tracer was the last pick here. With Tychus, I believe, being available, I'm surprised we didn't see that over the Tracer. But let's see here. 20s are going to be online much sooner for CCS than they are for pre-workout power. Let's see what they can do with that advantage. Cho'Gall is going to this camp. He's going to be taking this camp. I don't see any reason why pre-workout power is going to be doing anything to that. You see the Entomb there, kind of a hope and a prayer by the Leo. Leo gets CC'd, Unstoppable comes out, and now he's back out. Good Unstoppables onto the Joe. Oh, the humanity. Oh my god, that's so irritating. Playing into Cho'Gall is the worst. CCS almost about to hit level 20s, trying to push this this next fort where the objective is going to be. See a lot of damage being done by Storm, but oh my gosh. Cho'Gall does not mess around. Oh no! That recall was risky. A lot of damage being done onto the Diablo. Pull has to come out. It's a 4-on-4 here, but you know who's just too damn strong? It's that Cho'Gall. Even the Light Bob can't quite peel for it. The Tracer getting really low. Anduin doing all he can. A good shift coming in by the Brightwing, trying to get some picks here on the rest of the team. They're just fighting into the tower. They don't care. CCS just doesn't care. We'll just run you down. We don't care how full the tower is. Anduin going down. Hanzo going down. The Tracer trying to run away with what's left of her HP. And now CCS absolutely in the driver's seat here at level 20. Is going to be able to push this. Going to be able to probably take this next objective as soon as it pops here. Turret being dropped to soak up some of these tower shots. There's the objective popping, and they're going to CCS going to have an advantage. And if pre-workout power can't hit 20 here before that objective pops, that might just be the game. Core's been called. Johanna's out in the mid lane with the Leo. You can see that on the mini-map. The Tracer's the only one here to defend this right now. Leo doing a great job making sure she can't come back and help this team. And I think this is going to do it. Unless the Diablo can do something magical, I think the Cho'Gall is just too much. Level 21's online. Core's been called. Really nice peel there, but it's not going to be enough. Congratulations to CCS taking game 1 of this best of 5. We'll give CCS a well-deserved first point there. As we take a look at some of the numbers here. Shredder Wind putting up Brightwing type numbers with the healing. 93k beating the Anduin by nearly 30,000 and not dying at all. Great shifts across the board. Damage-wise, Gall and Cho, the dynamic duo that they are, and Luna leading the way. The CCS team just had so much more damage. You saw all the kills that they had, 14-5. The double tank didn't seem to pan out for pre-workout power. I don't know if that's something they do regularly, but we'll see. And for all those in chat, I got a message from Gingy, basically saying GG's. Yeah, it's like pre-workout power had a really good fight when they first hit 10, where they were able to kind of layer some of their CC. They were able to layer the Hanzo arrow into the light bomb with the Johanna. But after that one fight, it was all CCS. They just couldn't take them down. Not a lot of percent damage, and Cho'Gall could just kind of do whatever they wanted. Off-lane Johanna maybe taking a little bit of XP advantage on the Leo, but once Leo started team fighting, he was really the difference maker of some of those entombs that he had. Taking a quick look at the talent tree, surprised to see, did he go Giant Slayer? No Hanzo Giant Slayer. I mean, really all they had was that Tracer for percent damage, no? Anyway, game 2. We're going to Battlefield of Eternity. Let's see. I need to put a score here, which I don't currently have. Create new. We do. We'll do that for the score. While we get the next lobby open, we're going to... Where are we going? Battlefield of Eternity! So, little bit of banter by pre-workout power saying that they're actually switching who's banning and who is picking here. As it appears that they weren't happy with not having a lot to deal with the Cho'Gall. Game 2 starting now. We have Battlefield of Eternity pre-workout power versus Censorship. Game 2 of this best of 3 series. I need bits to feed my family. Tell me about it. Oh, let's get a hard-earned point over here for CCS. Boop. Hanzo banned by pre-workout power. Nightbot is popping off of the up arrows. Who is going to be the first ban here? Are we going to see a Rainer, a Vala, and a Nubarak? Don't mind me being wrong all the time. Diablo ban. Does pre-workout power know they played those 2 heroes last game? I think they know. And the Junkrat ban. It's so weird. It's so weird. They just swap bans. It's kind of strange. First pick from pre-workout power going to be a Li Ming. Strong burn, strong team fight, strong everything. Just a great mage. Picks 1, 2 for CCS. Going to be. Will we see the Cho'Gall immediately? Will we just have the FU? We're doing it anyway.
This is my jam.
Nah, we don't. But we do see the Luna again, and the Luna definitely did some work last game. Lucio picked up by Shredded Win. Second and third picks in favor of pre-workout power to be determined in the next 15 seconds. We're going to see another strong burn DPS, maybe that off-lane Artanis, who's got great burn potential as well. We do see the off-laner as a Urel, and the Muradin taken by Averted as their probably main tank. Although after they went double tank last game, anything is possible. Second round of bans. Gonna be online here for CCS. What shall they take out now? I'm done guessing, by the way. I'm done being wrong. I'm wrong enough in my life. I'll just watch the game. Solana's taken out from CCS. And the final ban for pre-workout Powah.
He gifted a tier 1 sub to D3XXXD0RR.
Is gonna be Garage. Holy shnikes, KKZ with a 5 gifted to the community. Thank you so much, and welcome everybody. Coffee with
tier
Sil.
1 sub to Malfrex.
Malfrex, Mbot1, Dexstar. And we got a Cho'Gall again! Let's go! The Cho'Gall comes out for the second game in the row.
He gifted a tier 1 sub to Sparhawk KX.
Thank you, KK, for being super generous to the community. I appreciate you very much, and make sure you say thank you to KKZ in the chat.
He gifted a tier 1 sub to M_bot1.
Oh man, the notifications. Sorry, y'all. I'm glad this is pre-game.
The glory to the Horde.
So, double bruiser
gifted a tier 1
and
sub to
tank
Coffee with
for
Sil.
pre-workout Powah. The Stukov and the Thrall taken. No cleanse, though, which is going to be interesting for them. I don't... It's like they don't respect the Cho'Gall. I don't know. Maybe there's something I'm missing. There's some roots.
Reckoning is at hand.
And an off-lane Tyrael, perhaps? Y'all, I gotta tell you, I'm not the best player in the world, right? I'm Diamond 5 on my best day. I play in Division D. We have 1 bruiser, 1 tank, 2 DPS, and a healer every game. But when I look at this, I think, boy, there is something else I'm missing. You know what I'm saying? There's something else in this game that I just don't see. Alright? This is awesome. It is so awesome to be watching high-level play and these crazy comps and how they work together. And I love this game. I'm so glad it's not dead yet. Anyway, game 2 between pre-workout Powah and Censorship starting now. Battlefield of Eternity in this best of 5. Let's see what we can do here. From right to left. Oh, I'm going to start with the home team. From left to right, we have pre-workout Powah. We have Unaverted on the Murden. Pog on the... Pog. On the Li Ming. Nasmus on the Thrall. Stukov being played by Legacy. And in the top lane here, the Urel being played by, I'm going to say, Nate, because that's too long. Anyway, Luna going to be in the off lane, played by Death Strikes. On the bottom, we have Mundane Zebra. Their off laner actually playing the Tyrael, Shredder Wind, and Lucio. Sailboy again on Cho'Gall. Of course, that is Gingy Boy and Saktora, Mesopotamia. Anyway, let's ARAM in the bottom lane, shall we? Kind of interesting. We have a little bit of a pick here on the top lane, trying to bully their off lane early. Maybe try to get that tap out, but it isn't going to work. Meanwhile, on the bottom lane, we just have a Cho'Gall and a Shredded Wind. And if I am pre-workout Powah, I am pushing the crap out of these towers. Sailboat already losing half the health. Tap going down. They're going to be able to push this top lane well, but meanwhile in the top lane, some pretty decent damage already being done by CCS onto that first tower, already half gone. Only quarter of the way down here on the bottom. Good chain root CC. Oh, an excellent stun onto that Lucio as she gets absolutely destroyed. Or he, rather. And now the Cho'Gall can just sit here and watch as this entire wall drops. Remember, Cho'Gall's strong, but not super strong until 16. Yeah, you good? Legacy fell asleep. Oh, what? Oh, he was trying to stop the back. Okay. It almost looked like Legacy kind of lagged out there for a second. Meanwhile, in the top lane, the first tower is down for CCS. Luna is going to be taking this top camp. It's an interesting spread here. Typically, you see a 1-4. Here we have a 2-3 out of CCS and a 1-4 from the pre-workout power team. I wish I could hear what the Cho'Gall's comms are during this game. It's got to be fascinating. And I don't really play a lot of Cho'Gall, so I really would have no idea what to even look for. But oh my gosh, the damage! That Li Ming is tearing apart the Lucio right now. And this fort is going down. I don't think there's anything you can do to save it. Sailboy's got to get out of there. No, that's going to be another kill. Cho'Gall going down. Luna coming down to kind of try to push them off here. Rather, Pre-Workout power is a little bit low, but I think they're going to be able to take down this fort. I'd be surprised if they didn't.
I am on my way, mortals.
Objective going to be popping here at 2:30. You like to start that Bruiser camp, but doesn't look like either team in a big damn hurry to take it. Is that going to go down? Yes. There you go. Bruiser camp started by Averted there on the side of Pre-Workout Power, who do have a level advantage. So, CCS going to be down to Talenty here soon. Either have to burn extremely effectively, or they're going to have to go fight them before Sevens come online.
I shall purge your evil from this land, demon.
So a 3-man burn here on the side of Pre-Workout Power. Luna trying to get a little bit of poke. Now it's a 4-man burn. Meanwhile, the Cho'Gall is just trying to soak the lanes. Yeah, this is a 5-man burn. Oof. Shredded Wind almost got stunned by that Immortal. That would have been a bad time. Top camp getting a little bit of value. The Tyrael's going to come up here and poke the URL, but look at the burn by Pre-Workout Power. This Immortal is kaput already. And it's going to have almost a half a shield left while it pushes in that top lane. I assume we're going to see at least a 4-man here out of CCS into this top lane trying to defend. Watch the bushes. A lot of damage being done onto that Li Ming, who's been obviously targeted for the amount of damage, putting out a little bit of payback by the Tyrael. And now Shredded Wind says, you take me out, I'm going to take you out. You're going nowhere. Meanwhile, this is happening. He's marching towards Hell's Gates right now. A single Azure bit. Shredded Wind trying to just be an irritating little mosquito and doing a really effective job keeping the Pre-Workout Power team off of this objective and being unable to push with it. So CCS not really taking a lot of damage with that objective, even though they lost most of it. Oof. A lot of damage onto that Luna. Luna is kind of made of paper mache. But she's fast, so it makes up for it. Ooh, I should be yawning. It's going to be a long night. Everybody just kind of trading a little bit of an engage onto the Muradin. But a lot of counter damage being done. Sailboy looking to get that kill. And they are able to do so. The Muradin's going to go down. Li Ming is going to go down. Likely going to see somebody dive this tower and kill. Yeah. And there they go. So any advantage that that Pre-Workout Power had early has now been nullified. It is essentially the same amount of experience. While they have an additional fort on the bottom, I assume this fort is quickly going to be going down. You see the URL in the bottom lane. We'll show some love to them taking this camp. Look at the agile moves the URL is doing. Look at how strong she is. Bopping those guys over the head. Anyway, back to where the action is in the top lane here. Sailboy going back for some HP. 4 people on top for Pre-Workout Power. Looks like CCS has a slight XP advantage. Going to be hitting level 10s a little bit sooner. But it's really not going to be that much sooner. And actually, yeah, it's literally 1 wave difference. Hammer comes out onto that Luna, but Li Ming going to be a little bit slow to respond. Monday's Stripe's just going in. He is. He is.
You and all your servants in hell.
So, am I going to get a minute here to talk about alts? Very quickly. The Judgment, the High 5, Leaping Strike, Twilight Hammer, and Twisting Nether. Give me 2 seconds before you engage. Oh, nope, we're going in. Onto the Murden. They decide just to dive the Murden super hard, but Murden's able to escape, and all the alts now are down for CCS. But a lot of damage has been done. The Murden is going to have to back up. Li Ming getting some resets. Oh, big damage onto the Urel, but a huge bop across the face from the Urel. And she's in there, and now she's out of there. Alright, quick. Talents. We have Wave of Force, Area Defender, Haymaker, Massive Shove, and the Sundering by the Thrall. CCS on this objective, trying to get it to halftime. The Sailboy gets batted away, runs away. This is a bench essentially as halftime could be. They're only 600 HP apart right now. Good engage by the Urel. Stukov with that puddle being super irritating, but CCS able to back off effectively. Tyrael's in the bottom lane trying to clear. Luna seeing that the damage is all gone away by pre-workout power. A lot of damage being done, and it's not going to be enough for CCS. Objective number 2 goes to pre-workout power, who has a slight level advantage. Tyrael now coming in for this fight. All ults are online, and CCS says, we're going to fight you again. A lot of damage being done to the earth. Leaping strike over the top. Is that going to be enough to kill her? We'll never know. Judgment onto the Li Ming. Is there any follow-up? Sailboy is there. Huge damage going down, and so does the Li Ming. Thrall is basically on an island out there. Are they just going to walk away? They're just going to walk away. They have to clear this objective. They don't want to lose this fort just for nothing. Sometimes chasing kills isn't worth it, friends. What is going on in my chat? I'll have to pry them away from my cult if you realize how much 10 blue bits is invested.
Thus ends my assault on hell.
We're gonna take a pause between the second and third games to talk about compound interest, chat. Invest in your Roth IRA today and your blue bits tomorrow. Also, I should start my own cryptocurrency. Jump comes in from the Murden, unstoppable by the Lucio. A lot of damage being done to Sailboy though. Li Ming is not missing much. And the Haymaker comes out. 5 on 5 here. Here comes the Tyrael. A lot of damage being done to the Murden. I mean, here's the thing, chat. A lot of times it's like, oh, don't hit the tank. But if everybody's hitting the tank, sometimes it's okay. The Luna is taking a lot of damage in the background, but it's just not enough. There's just not enough stuns, not enough percent damage. Any amount of damage being done into the Sailboy, or into the Cho'Gall rather, if it doesn't kill it, it's basically useless damage. Because meanwhile, the DPS for CCS, say this Luna, is just shredding the backline. Shredded winning the backline. Get it? Like and subscribe. You're gonna invest your blue bits in NFTs? Honestly, who could blame you? In today's economy, invest in whatever you want to invest in, man. It's all a crapshoot. Someone made the joke of like, how do you get rich in 2022? And it's like, well, basically just invest in a bunch of crappy cryptocurrencies and hope to God Elon Musk tweets it. Other than that, I don't know what to tell you. So the fort's gonna go down thanks to the heroic minions of pre-workout power. Another engage here. It looks like CCS just wants to run at this team. Urel jumping in. Gingy Boy going into the background with the Cho'Gall. Big damage in there is what we're talking about. As long as you get the Cho'Gall, everything goes well. But if you don't, that's not very good. So a great fight there by pre-workout power. They needed to establish some dominance in this game. Taking a strong team fight. We have 5 here taking out this objectives. Top lane is going to be cleaned out here by the Urel. Meanwhile, in the bottom lane, we have the Lucio and the Luna cleaning up the camp here for CCS. Both tanks, 3 tanks. If you consider this 3 tanks, it's technically a tank and a ranged assassin. Whatever. But this is going to be a mostly full immortal for pre-workout power. A silence is the killer. Yeah. The silence by the Stukov. And that's the thing. Stukov doesn't have a lot of cleanse. He's got a little bit of peel. If you can get on top of Stukov, I think you can pretty simply just win the game. The Leo, or not the Leo, but the Urel isn't there to dish out the damage. She's there to displace and knock things around. 16s, though, gonna be online soon for pre-workout power. This has to get a lot of damage done, but CCS has to be careful as well. If they lose everybody here, this could just end the game. The Tyrael now coming in from the bottom lane after clearing that objective, or clearing that camp. Let's see if we have a hard engage here before level 16. See if they just run past this Immortal. And here we go. We have Sailboy stepping up. A lot of damage being done by the Li Ming. Huge engage onto that Stukov like we talked about, but it's just not enough. Mundane has to back up. Good high fives across the board. CCS is getting a little bit low, though. Puddle comes out. Gonna be stopping CCS from saving this keep. The keep is gonna go down. How are they gonna get more out of it, though? 16's not online for either team yet. CCS wants to take this fight. They're going to take this fight. A lot of damage being done by the Urel just by booping the team away. There comes the Silence Puddle. Good peel by the Murden with the hammer. Here goes Leaping Strike onto the Luna. Oh my god, the Luna just exploded. There she was, and then there she wasn't. 16's now online for pre-workout power, and Sailboy is just trying to get away any way he can. And the Silence Puddle, the dodges are real. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Jacket. Oh. Stop doing the count. What count? I missed the count. What was I counting? That reminded me I need to get my soundboard up so I can play my things. Meanwhile, interns. This wall, these two towers, just like the Lord of the Rings, will fall. This keep very much in danger. Level 17 online, CCS just desperately trying to get 16s. Any way they can. They're trying to bribe camps. They're trying to kill minions. My apologies, I'm distracted. And 16s are going to be online here. And I bet we see some stuns. Stuns? Stuns? We have any stunners in the chat out of the Cho'Gall? Leap was sus. Yeah, Leap was a little, we'll say ambitious. The Leap was ambitious. We'll give some love to our offlaner here. Everybody's doing a camp, so we'll show the offlaner do camp.
I fight for the glory of the high heavens.
And here we go. Same talent tier. Cho'Gall officially online. Is it going to be the deciding factor in this game? This one fight could make or break the game. Thrall missing his doggy. Averted sitting in that bottom bush, potentially looking for a haymaker. We have an engage onto the Cho'Gall, but it misses. Cho'Gall stunning things across the board. Everybody just trying to feel each other out, waiting for that hard engage, waiting for someone to make that wrong step. Who's gonna make that first mistake? Any Bob Seger fans? Silence Puddle comes out, doesn't really hit a whole lot. A ton of damage being done onto Sailboy, but good heals by the Lucio. Damage across the board, now pretty even. Sailboy maybe a little bit behind, but percent healing from Shredded Wind, gonna be pretty good. A lot of damage on the Immortal. Pre-workout power in command of that Immortal. Let's see if they just try to get objective, or if they're, replay the whole match. I'm not sure if they're 18 versus 16 for it. Alright, are we gonna have an engage here by CCS? It looks like it. A boop onto that, the Murden. Thrall super out of position. Mundane Zebra comes in with the judgment. And the Luna somehow died. She exploded again and I missed it. But the Thrall going down, so it's a trade 1v1. Urel gonna be absorbing. Mundane Zebra in a lot of trouble and he's gonna go down. But trait value... Nope, doesn't really hit anything there. Nobody is burning. There's a camp nearly on core in favor of pre-workout power, and this time, I don't think the Cho'Gall is going to be able to win this game. Shredded Wind doing everything he can to stay alive, skirting away. He's going to be able to do so. This camp and 3 catapults on core, and here, Shredded Wind has got to get out and get back to this core. Shredded being chased. At this point, It's faster just to run back. Luna's back online. Luna, though, apparently didn't want to clear the camp. Like, no, Lucio, that's your job. Meanwhile, the core has lost an extra 20% that really didn't need to. I don't think, regardless, it's going to be enough. It's a full immortal. There is no building standing in the way. Pre-workout power, unless the internet cuts out across the board, it's going to be able to take this. Although the rail's getting really low. Oh, there goes the Sailboy in the back line. Sorry for the terrible camera work. Uriel taking a lot of damage. Uriel is going to go down, but it doesn't matter. The core is at 26%. The Immortal is full. Uriel goes down. Leo goes down. Luna goes down, rather. GG comes up. So CCS tries to do the Cho'Gall again, but just gets too far behind. Isn't able to soak as many lanes and get to 16 quite as fast. There were better fights once they had 16s, but it just wasn't enough. The Li Ming was the difference maker. So much damage she was doing the entire game. Congratulations to Pre-Workout Power. And we have officially solidified a game 4, at least. We have at least 4 games for you tonight now. Yes. Hey, they tried Circle of 11. They give her their damnedest, I tell you. So Pre-Workout Power, winning the kill count 15-10. Damage across the board was pretty even. Not one team or another really did that much more damage. The healing numbers were also very close. You consider the Tyrael and the Lucio. My goodness, where's my brain? A difference maker, though, could have been the self-shielding by the Uriel, the Muradin with a third wind, and the Thrall with his healing abilities. That's really what was likely the difference in some of those team fights. The sustainability that Pre-Workout Power had over CCS. Glancing over the talents here, I don't know about Cho'Gall, know if anything's weird or not. Someone is going to time someone out, I guess. Timeout Circle of 11, please. I mean, I gotta... Wait, can I do it from here? I think I can. How can I time you out? Mods, time them out for like a minute. like 1 minute would be appropriate. I don't want to punish people for talking. I gotta change some of those channel points. I did that a long time ago when I streamed Escape from Tarkov, and people would come in here and be dicks all the time, and so I had to get rid of some of those people. But that is not the case anymore, as I pretty much primarily stream Heroes of the Storm and cast Heroes of the Storm. So some of those things are I'd be punished for wanting to feed my family. That is exactly it. That is exactly it. Don't try to feed your family. Just starve. It's the American way. Anyway. So yeah, tied 1-1. We'll see what's going on next. We're going to go... Oh, actually, we're going to go back here. Oh, we already gave them their point. We're going to go here. We're going to change this to 1 for the draft screen as we come up to that. We're going to go here and change this screen to a 1. Ta-da. Ah. Blue bits are only used in NFTs. Confirmed. He's been timed up for 60 seconds. Awesome. And blue bits are friends, not food. I'm going to have to make more pick things. I normally do best of 3s. Going to Tomb of the Spider Butts this time around. I've learned my lesson, he says. Welcome out of jail. Welcome, welcome. Glad to have you back, 11. What if they played Cho'Gall again? What if they just called their bluff? Yeah, like, oh yeah, we're not going to play it again. And then they just played it again. And again. And again. 5 games of Cho'Gall action. Also, don't get rid of timeout. I won't get rid of timeout. In fact, I'll probably... That's a lot of points for just a minute. but I feel like a minute is an appropriate time. So maybe I'll do like 1,000 points for a minute. One day I hope it'll afford it. Can't let you have enough points for revenge. Oh god, we're drafting, and I'm distracted by chat, y'all. I mean, we're not like really drafting. Anyway, tied 1-1, game 3. Gonna be Tomb of the Spider Queen, pre-workout Powah taking that second game from CCS, and we have CCS banning first. First ban, Sylvanas. Second ban. Alright. They finally said, you know what, we're sick of your shit. Alright. You had your fun. You played Cho'Gall the first game. You won the game. That's fine. You played Cho'Gall again the second game. We didn't really care for it that time. We're starting to get angry. We're just going to ban it. It's fine. There's a different ban. We see the Blaze banned from CCS. And Stitches banned. I happen to know that Gingy Boy may play some Stitches from time to time. And we're going to see that ban from pre-workout Powah. The first pick in favor of CCS is going to be whom? Who? No, whom?
It's a perfect day.
Junkrat. Taken by Death Strikes, who has played Luna the last 2 games. That Luna died twice so fast, I literally did not see him die. He just exploded. It was like, you guys ever see that clip of the baseball player, the Major League Baseball player hitting the bird in the middle of the air of with the baseball, and it just kind of went poof? That's kind of what Luna did.
Grant us strength.
Malfurion and Gul'dan taken from pre-workout Powah. They complement each other very well with the Invigorate that the Malfurion has. Not like Gul'dan can't give him his own mana, but there you go. Never thought I'd see a Cho ban in NGS.
Oh, this is my jam.
When you play as much Cho as Gingy does, you're gonna see that banned. Shredded Wind yet again picking up the Lucio, and we see the Anubarak taken by Gingy. I think Anub is probably one of the best tanks in the game right now. I don't know if pre-workout Powah is trolling them by like always banning the things they just played, but it seems strange that they banned Yrel in last game, like they banned the Hanzo and the Diablo, which they had played last game. I don't know if they're just trying to challenge themselves or what, but anyway. We see the Garage ban from CCS. So the second round of bans are in the books. A lot of tanks being targeted. You see 4 tanks banned out from both teams, 2 each respectively. The third and fourth picks here for pre-workout Powah. We're going to see the Johanna again and the Hogger. Good Hogger can be pretty dang scary, I tell you what. I do tell you what. Picks 4 and 5 from CCS. We're going to need another damage, and probably someone chonky. Or maybe not, maybe we'll see triple damage. I've been wrong every time. Welcome, Madeira Hots. Thanks for coming by and supporting them. Hey, I was right this time. 2 DPS, 1 healer, 1 bruiser, 1 tank, normal comp. Let's go. Mephisto. Like to see the Mephisto. Will we have a skull build Mephisto? That is the question. Last pick in favor of pre-workout Powah. Likely another DPS. Actually, not likely. The way this team plays, it's probably going to be another tank. No! Surprise! It's a Mave. We're actually going to see a DPS. Relatively normal teams. Tomb of the Spider Butts, very snowbally map in my opinion. One team can get ahead, and then they can get very far ahead. But hopefully we see a nice back and forth. Hopefully we see a nice long game. We shall see. Anyway, Game 3 between Pre-Workout Power and Can't Censorship starts now. Alrighty. Tomb of the Spider Queen. Ron Weasley's least favorite map. In case you're wondering how to play this map, for anybody that hasn't, you want to collect the gems and then turn in the gems, and therefore you will summon the web weeders. Or as my team's motto, find the enemy team, kill the enemy team, profit. Shout out Winter Rose. From left to right, we have Pre-Workout Power. In this game 3, tied 1-1, we have Pog playing the Gul'dan, Uninverted playing the Johanna, Legacy on the Malfurion, Nate playing the Hogger, and Nasmus on the Maeve. From right to left, we have Can't Censor... yep, that's the team. Can't Censorship, Shredded Wind on the Lucio, Gingy Boy playing the Nubarak, Death Strikes onto the Junkrat, Mundane Zebra on the Leo, and Sakatora playing the Mephisto.
2, 1, go.
Let's ARAM, shall we? Junkrat already being irritating, throwing a trap there. Saying that is my bush, thank you. Thank you very much. Gingy Boy taking control of this bottom vent. The wave has already been cleared for by Pre-Workout Power. Gonna take a quick peek at the level 1s here. See if anything stands out. We have the Q build from the Gul'dan, Shield Glare, Emerald Dreams, so the Sleepy Roots by the Malfurion. On the Prowl, Consume Vitality, blow them up. We have the W build from the Mephisto. A lot of damage being done to Gingy Boy, but nothing yet. Nubian Armor and Accelerando from the Lucio. Gamba, any gamblers in the chat? Go spend all your hard-earned money. Good engage there on the Maeve. Is it going to be enough? Not quite. Not quite enough. And Mundane Zebra going to be the first person to go down. Maybe. Nope, I lied. He wants to die, but nope. Okay, he's going to back up. He looked like me playing Quick Match, where I'm like, 10 HP. I can get in there again. I can probably land a Q or something, you know? Just... it's fine. It's fine. Alright. I think we've settled in. I think we're done fighting. As Gingy engages onto that Johanna. You see the Bruiser camp first taken in favor of Pre-Workout Power. They're a little bit ahead in the XP race. But CCS on that camp as well. Going to be counter-pushing here. Do they have enough to take this? No, they are super far behind. Mephisto is notoriously known as a terrible camper. Does not play a lot of Call of Duty. Great boot by the Junkrat to get the Johanna over the top. She's got 11 orbs. That's going to be a big deal if they can get it. No. The wall gets taken down, and that's, friends and ladies and gentlemen, is what you call coordination. Someone gets booped over the wall, you take down this wall. You don't go for the middle wall. You don't go for the tower. You go to the little wall. And that's how you save your teammates. Tip of the day. Meanwhile, in the top lane, we have the Gul'dan collecting Soak and pushing lanes hard. CCS roaming pretty freely. They have that Spell Shield healer in the middle. Junkrat is pushing that out best he can. But the wave clear from Pre-Workout Power is very, very good right now. A lot of damage being done onto Shredded. Gingy Boy only at half health. Does not want to engage here if he doesn't have to. And no one's going to make him, honestly. He's the tank. He gets to decide that kind of stuff. He's dodging. He's weaving. Johanna's trying to get him back in there. Are we going to see a turn in here? Not quite. We need Mephisto's damage to be able to take the fight. Gul'dan has already stacked his quest 3 minutes into the game. Here comes the Maeve trying to get a pull on anybody, but doesn't quite get it. Gingy Boy is still pretty low, trying to get healed up by that Lucio. But this wall is getting sieged hard by Pre-Workout Power. Good engage by the Johanna, but a good stun comes out. The Lucio comes in, boofs back. Junkrat boofs him back, and that's 14 gems on the ground there for Pre-Workout Power. Are they going to be able to get him? No. Good engage onto the Maeve by Gingy Boy. He is low, though. Is he going to go down? Not quite. Yes, he's going to go down. Compliments of the Malfurion. It is an ARAM middle right now as everybody is dying. Gems across the board. What do we got? We have 44 in favor of CCS. Pre-Workout Power only has 34. I'm sorry, 44 and 34? I don't know, dyslexia kills me sometimes. Good lord, we have 6 gifted subs by Circle of 11. Thank you so much. And welcome Bishop Miss Dingo Hots. Wall go what? My Pevelance, Madara Hots, and Cpog X1. Thank you so much, dude. I appreciate the heck out of that.
Circle _11 gifted.
Meanwhile, in the game, we have level 7s online for pre-workout power. Are they gonna be able to do anything? Maeve, looking for a dive, gets rooted by the Junkrat. Bop, bop, bop. Junkrat being super irritating, as Junkrats do be doing those things. Can I take a look? Can I look away for a second? Can I look away for a second? Oh, Shredder would take a lot of damage. I want to look at this bottom lane. Oh, 24-24. Nothing is happening. Alright, great. Anyway, back to the action. We have Junkrat booping away the Johanna into the top lane, helping her soak that top quicker.
Circle _11 gifted a tier 1 sub to Madara Hots.
Thank you again, Circle 11. That's super generous of you. I appreciate it, and I hope everybody's enjoying the cast so far. Something tells me we're in for a long night.
Circle _11 gifted
and I'm almost out of water. A good stun onto the Maeve. Good follow-up. Lucio's going to come in, try to boop him away. Gets the boop behind the wall. Really, really nicely done, but is Shredder going to pay for it? No, not quite yet. Oh, yep, Johanna might be going in. No, we don't see an engage on the Shredder win. It was a good boop to get him behind the wall, but not quite enough. I appreciate that, Circle. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Big engage onto this Gul'dan, and yeah, there's nothing you can do to save him. A Junkrat kind of counter boops the Malfurion away, who may have died if he had stayed around a little bit longer. May have come in and get a little bit of a pull on the Junkrat, but it ain't gonna do much. Gingy Boy positioning himself well. Oh, good engage, but not quite hitting the target. Gingy, the Anub'arak, taking a sleep on the job. That's a 4v4 middle here. Or 4v3, rather. Middle. We're going to take a look at the bottom lane. Anything crazy happening here? Nope, just 2 full health offlaners. Alright, anyway, back to the action again. Johanna pops the Unstoppable. There's no more Unstoppable for her. Blue team has summoned the Web Weavers. So, pre-worker power, going to be getting the first objective here. Going to be able to hit level 10s as well a little bit sooner, even though CCS has taken 2 more lives off of pre-workout power. A good trap onto the... Oh, there's just no damage there. There's no follow-up, unfortunately, as Mephisto was going top. And now Shredder, when really in a lot of trouble, is going to have to skirt away. Gingy Boy run away with his life. The shield comes down. There's the fear onto the tank. And that is going to be a kill onto the tank. Lucio now really in a lot of trouble. But a nice peel from that Mephisto, as we saw almost all the ults down here right now. As we take a quick look at the ults, we saw the Fear, we saw the Twilight Dream already, the Blessed Shield, the Containment Disc, and we haven't quite seen the Hortipult because we haven't quite been paying attention to the offlaners. Meanwhile, in the bottom lane, Mundane Zebra now in a lot of trouble. He's got 37 of these orbs. He cannot go down, but unfortunately he is going to go down. There's just nothing he can do. That's a big blow. That's absolutely demoralizing, unfortunately, for CCS. It's one of those maps where I said it's super snowbally. You win that first objective, you kill the team while they have 50 or so, and now what? Now all your lanes are pushed and you're trying to just scramble to get remnants of spider butts. So now CCS has to win by team fighting. I mean, they have 54, they can turn, but it's going to be hard to get there without engaging kind of blindly. You see the Entomb. We'll give you something to watch while I read this. The Riptire, the Durance, the Hate, the Cocoon, and the High Five. So a lot of CC coming out from CCS. Mephisto has 25 right now. Death Strikes with 19. Shredded Wind's got 10, and Gingy has 3. 13's not quite online. They're trying to turn in. Pre-workout power, that is. Are we going to see an engage here from CCS? They need to fight before 13s. Each team kind of fighting in this cluster F of a mess that there is. Decent damage being done across the board to both teams, but healers doing the best they can to keep everybody alive. Johanna comes in, tries to get them all clumped up, but a good... Oh, and there we see the Tomb onto the Anub. Is that going to be enough to kill him, or is he going to be able to get away? High Five isn't going to be enough. The Fear is too strong. They just have so much lockdown pre-workout power. Doesn't matter who they kill. They can just cocoon the tank, kill the tank. When the healer tries to go in and high five him, it ain't gonna be enough. Whoop! Just a little bit of food by the Junkrat. So Allied Web Weavers yet again going out for pre-workout power. Junkrat barely escaping with his life. This Mephisto's also just not getting a whole lot of value. And this keep is going to go down. It's a 9-minute keep. Incredibly fast by pre-workout Power, just in the driver's seat, going 100 miles an hour at CCS right now. Mundane Zebra coming in potentially for a Cocoon. It looks like the May Vault may have just missed there. Yeah, it looks like it did. But asleep onto the Leo. Is he going to be able to even get the tomb off? Doesn't look like it. Can't quite stutter step that Gul'dan's E. But there we have the first kill of the team fight in favor of CCS. Johanna going down. Now it looks like the Hogger has the Horde pulled away, pops the Unstoppable, and is able to escape with just a little bit of his health. But Shredded Wind speeding up the team, trying to run down the remnants of this pre-workout Power team. Lucio gets stunned. He's got 1 HP. Oh, Gul'dan. He's gonna need something. A high five onto them. Yeah, it's just enough. Just enough by Shredded to high five everybody on his way out. And everybody is super low right now. This fight can go either way. Death has to run away with 1 HP. The healer from CCS doing everything he can to keep everybody alive. Notice how nobody's clumping here. And there we have the Leo going down. Lucio tries to get the kill onto the Maeve, but isn't quite able to do it. And that's unfortunately very rough for CCS. They had to take a fight before pre-workout Power took 16s. They just weren't able to kill anything. And that's where an experienced like me will go look at a Mephisto and go, you know, maybe the Durance would have been a better ult. Or the Consume Souls, rather. If you can't quite finish a kill, especially with double mage, because with Mephisto and Junkrat, I mean, Junkrat, I know you can play him like an auto attacker, but he's a mage, you know? He's kind of a mage. He does a lot of magey damage with his Qs, Ws, and Zs. We see a hard engage here, the Cocoon onto the Joe, and CCS just trying to run past this team, try to create a 4v5, but it's not going to be done long enough. A good fear off of the Gul'dan. The silence comes out onto Lucio. Lucio's being run down here by the Johanna, and Mephisto is going to be the first person to go down. Yeah, CCS is just trying to make mountains out of molehills here. Mundane Zebra is going to go down. Good Horde, not Horde Vault rather, but good Loot Horde. Going to be able to kill it. Yeah, that's going to be a game. Death Strikes has 21. Oof, and they're pre-workout Power is just farming CCS right now. This was not a close game. Top wall completely untouched. Middle wall barely touched. Bottom wall barely touched. Pre-workout Power came to play this game 3. Mephisto's gonna die one more time just for good measure. Don't think you're gonna. Oh, you see one GG. I know that would have been really frustrating for me. It would have been hard to pump that GG out. But congratulations to Pre-workout Power. Gonna take game 3. What's up, Camshaft? Welcome in. Miss you too, buddy. So we'll get a point on the board. That brings us to potentially a game point in favor of Pre-workout Power. As this best of 5, 3 games is going to take the series. Can't Censorship going to need to come up with something special here in game 4. Take a look at the damage. I mean, again, not a lot of disparaging damage across the board. No one really stood out. Gul'dan obviously did a ton. Mephisto really wasn't able to get a ton of value here. As far as sieging goes, actually the Gul'dan, who basically was in top lane all game, takes the XP and the siege damage total number there. Joe Tech hand him over, yeah. Everybody get your points up. Better than have loved and lost, and never have loved it all. My voice, unsurprisingly, nearly approaching game 4, is starting to get a little coarse. show talents here for a moment. If you'll excuse me, I need to go get another drink. I'll be back in a moment. Alrighty. Thank you for your patience. Sorry for stepping away. Game 4 is going to be on Infernal Shrines. Let me just give them a point there. 2-1 pre-workout power. We're going to do this. Go to Infernal Shrines. Say that the caster is ready. Being over your money you stole. Here we go. Game 4, Infernal Shrines. Game point here for pre-workout power. Let's see if they can bring it home, or we'll see if CCS can force a Game 5. I know what I'm rooting for. It's a Game 5. Waiting for players. Somebody's loading the game on their iPad right now. It's amazing what these players can do with so little. Jokes, obviously. Mundane Zebra going to be banning for CCS. And yet again, Unaverted going to be banning for pre-workout power. Hope everybody's having a wonderful night. Hope you're all enjoying yourselves wherever you may be. Hopefully it's not as rainy and shitty as it is.
Daddy Camshaft gifted a tier 1 sub to
Good
Jotix.
God, you guys are absolutely killing it tonight. Fucking make me cry tonight. Just made me drop an F-bomb on a stream. Sorry, everybody.
Daddy Camshaft gifted a tier 1 sub to
Hang on.
Jotix.
I gotta do my job. Okay, we have the Hogger and the Lucio band from CCS. Junkrat band, by pre-workout power, and the Cho again banned for them. We have Daddy Camshaft gifting 10 to the people. Joe Tack SC, is that StarCraft?
Daddy Camshaft gifted a tier 1 sub
Wits
to
M
Velvet
CCS, Mason Blaze TV, Beast Hulk, Northern Touch, Hashmer Hots, Crizzo with the 4 months, Fancy Pants, Thelma the Owl. Thank you guys so much. Thank you for the follow, Wits, and an Honesty 254 rather. Good Lord, you guys are legends. Thank you so much for supporting me tonight. I appreciate you guys so much.
Daddy Camshaft gifted a
First
tier
pick
1
for
sub to
CCS
Mason
was Sylvanas. First and second picks for pre-workout power were the Hanzo and the Blaze.
Daddy Camshaft gifted a tier 1 sub to Fancy Pants Forex.
Circle of 11 with the sub as well. Thank you so much. I'm working on working with my brother to get some more specific HOTS emotes. So look for that here in the near future. We have 2 globals taken by CCS, the Brightwing taken by Shredded and Mundane Zebra
Daddy
playing Dahaka.
Camshaft gifted a tier 1 sub to Hashmir Hots.
Cho'Gall has left scars. They have been hurt before. Twice before. And, you know, therefore it gets banned. Yeah, Cam, you're a legend, man. Thank you so much. Cam, if you're around next week or something, I'm alone, home alone all next week. Let's play some Halo. Let's play some golf or something. Let's do something. Last round of bans, you see the Luna ban for pre-workout power and the Anduin ban for CCS. 3rd and 4th picks for pre-workout power. Gonna be filling in here.
Daddy Camshaft gifted a tier 1 sub to circle_of_11.
So it begins.
Unaverted goes, you know what? That Anubarak was pretty damn good. I think we're going to play that this game. They take the Anubarak, followed by the Deckard. Hopefully it's a Lornado. I know it's kind of a meme sometimes, but I think Lornado is extremely strong on this map, and I've played it in NGS, not by any means to say that that is good, but it's a thing that you could do. we have Johanna taken by Gingy. Deathstrike's going to be picking up a Tassadar.
Order comes justice.
Good CC across the board here from both teams. Good point control. It's a very team-fighty map. Globals can be super strong. That's why you see the Brightwing and the Dahaka taken. I wonder if we're going to see something like a Falstad here. Potentially out of Nasmus. Don't know if he plays it or she plays it. But Falstad can be extremely oppressive, especially when you have that much CC. And no, we actually see the Mephisto. Mephisto is a hero you don't typically see in the lower divisions for whatever reason. I've cast a lot of Div E, Div D, Div C. I haven't really seen a lot of Mephisto yet. Tonight you see it from both teams here. Lornado is incredible and underrated, I believe it. Yep, you're great. I respect your decision and who you are as a person, sir. And or madam. Anyway, game 4 between pre-workout power and can't censorship. Potentially game point for PWP starts now. Immortal Shrines. In this best of 5. This is my favorite map, by the way. For those of you that are new here. I love it. And tonight we're drinking a nice cold Dr. Pepper. Drive fast, eat ass, and drink Dr. Pepper. It's essentially the same thing. Anyway, from left to right, the home team tonight, pre-workout power. We have Stormplug playing Hanzo. Unaverted playing a noob. Legacy being played. God, I can't talk anymore. Deckard being played by Legacy. Mephisto being played by Nasmus, and Nate playing Blaze. From right to left, we have Can't Censorship, Zebra on the Dahaka, Deathstrikes playing that, I believe that is the Tassadar there. They're all clumped so hard together, I'm just going to do this. Gingy Boy on the Johanna, Shredder Wind on the Brightwing, and Mundane, or I'm sorry, Syl being played by Sakatora. Gamble, folks, and let's ARAM in middle. Do we have any stacking quests? Any stacking quests? Yes. We have the Q stacks, the Enhanced Agility, and Hanzo is going Simple Geometry. Good decision. Really, really strong on this map. Boop. Q going out. There's not a ton of real strong CC from CCS that pre-workout power really has to be waited for, but that tongue is a little bit of strong CC like I was talking about. So the tongue comes out. Nothing really happening here. If you're a tank player, this is what you should be doing right here. You should be cutting off this rotation here in this bush while allowing one of your DPS or your healer to get this soak and try to deny as much soak as possible here. Really good tank play coming out of pre-workout power. Now, it didn't really do much, but it could. Maybe teams will panic. Maybe the healer face check that bush.
Daddy Camshaft gifted a tier 1 sub to Itings.
Oh my god, Camshaft. Thank you again for gifting to the people. Mundane Zebra, IB Bing's Honesty, SL Point Stealer.
Daddy Camshaft gifted a tier
And
1
Dark
sub
Hawk
to
Eternal,
Sloyd
thank you
Stealer.
so much for the subs. Cam, you're a madman. I love you, buddy. So, we have both camps being taken, both siege camps taken from
Daddy
each team.
Camshaft gifted a tier 1 sub to DRKHWK
We have
underscore
the-
Eternal.
We have the Deckard gank here in the bush, looking for that engage. Ain't gonna find anything. A lot of damage being done by Unaverted here.
Daddy
Gingy Boy
Camshaft
doing
gifted
a
a
ton of
tier 1
damage
sub to
with that
honestly
Tassadar.
254.
It's a 4v3 on the bottom. Unstoppable is popped by the Johanna. Good Q onto that Hanzo. How many stacks do you add? 30 stacks so far.
Daddy Camshaft gifted a tier 1 sub to Mundane Zebra.
It looks like CCS is going to be in a good position to take this camp as it's a 4-on-3. The Nubarak is currently in middle, trying to soak and clear that camp. A lot of damage being done onto that Mephisto. A great wall there by the Tassadar, but it's not enough to be able to take him out. Shift coming down onto the sill. Meanwhile, not really known as the best wave clear in the game, we have the Nubarak. You guys, I'm making this really distracting. Thank you again, Trash Squirrels, for gifting 3 to the people. TT Porky, Devastated, Tempest 9.
To Tempest 9.
Welcome to the brigade. I called myself the Blue Brigade for like a day and a half, and that's how I labeled my Discord. And oh, hang on,
Trash
things are dying.
Squirrels gifted a tier
Things are
1
happening.
sub to Devastate.
I called myself the Blue Brigade for literally like a day and a half, and I thought that's gonna be cool. And I went through my Discord and I was like, okay, these people are gonna be the generals, and these will be the lieutenant, colonel, whatever. And then that died immediately. So anyway, level 6 is both online here. Let's see who's gonna get the first kill. A strong engage from Averted onto the tank of CCS, but not gonna be able to do much there. A lot of damage being done on the Mephisto, and there's the first kill of the game on the Mephisto. Compliments of the Tassadar. Setting up CCS to take a strong lead in the monkeys here. You guys are nuts. You do not want to battle me, he says. Thank you, Crizzle, for the 100 biddies. Not lost on all that. I appreciate that. So, what do you know when you're going to lose the objectives? You try to get value in other lanes, right? So you see the Blaze here pushing this top lane and really winning this top lane very strong into this Dahaka. That wall is completely untouched. Meanwhile, on the bottom, Shredded Wind trying to stop them on the bottom lane, just basically going, shoot, get away, get away from my wall. Hey, knock it off. Meanwhile, Punisher jumping onto the Deckard. Not really what you want to see, but Deckard gives 0 Fs about it. Unaverted trying to poke CCS off this wall, trying to counter engage as much as possible while still remaining to keep most of his health. Good shift coming in. Really nice cleanse. Oh, and kind of a... Alright. Basil was able to get out. Gingy Boy able to pop the Unstoppable. Not a lot of mana left. He is going to need to hurry to get some resources. So, while CCS ended up winning that objective, that is a really excellent play by the Mephisto there to stop the Hearth. But is it going to be a bait? Now that they all didn't go back, it's a 5-on-4. The Blaze is top taking top. And CCS in a really good position here. Able to take out the Hanzo. Are they going to be able to get another one? The Still going in, trying to take out the Deckard. Are we going to see a tongue here? Mundane Zebra must think he's gonna. A lot of damage being done though by those towers. And Pre-Workout Pilot are able to get away. Meanwhile, in the top lane, Blaze is running wild and just ripping apart this top lane. Thankfully for CCS, oh, good pull. Showing some love here to the offlaners. It's a 1v1. Wave coming in. Is it going to be enough to take down this top camp?
Watch Forden gifted a tier 1 sub to Slug Hunter.
Hey, Watch for Dan, thank you for gifting the Slug Hunter. Another pull from Mundane Zebra. The good stun by the Blaze. Oh my goodness, what a battle. Meanwhile, you saw CCS here in this mid fort trying to do a little bit of damage here. This next objective is going to be in this bottom lane, so both teams going to want to be doing as much damage as possible as they can to the bottom lane. As you can see, Pre-Workout Power has the advantage there in that regard. But the camp ain't taken here. 10's online. Let's see if I can quickly go over talents before they start fighting again. We have the Blink Heal, Blessed Shield, Isolation, Archon, and what is bound to be Mind Control. I can't believe that would be anything else. And it's Wailing Arrow. I'm wrong again. Meanwhile, top lane, we're going to take a look here while I go over the rest of the talents for pre-workout power. We have the Dragon Arrow, Stay a While and Listen, the Cocoon, the Bunker Drop, and the Durance of Hate. Bunker, speaking of which, coming out. Good stuns by the Deckard. Is there any follow-up? No. The Blaze is absolutely no man, and he's going to go back. Is anybody going to be able to stop him and get him out of that? He's going to clear this one last wave. Very smart before he goes back. Meanwhile, here we see the Durance come out. Must have been just for appeal as he was caught a little bit out of position. Mundane Zebra looking for a tongue. Does get it onto the Mephisto, but the Cocoon immediately comes out onto the Haka to peel off. Really nice play there by Unaverted. Hype train! No, that's my first hype train. I've been streaming for 2 years. That is the first hype train I've ever had. So thank you guys so freaking much for the support tonight. I really appreciate it. Still going to be taking this top camp, which is going to be pushing during objective. Dahaka doing global things, clearing this, and he's going to be able to Z into this bottom lane. Brightwing is where? He's with the team, trying to heal everybody up before they engage. 11s are online for both teams, so same talent tier, same level. And here comes CCS. You see pre-workout power already in good position on this objective, already have cleared 10 monkeys. Blaze misses. The wall comes out from the Tassadar, but it's not going to hit much. Unaverted really taking a lot of damage. The Hanzo Arrow has to come out to peel off, but a good tongue from the Dahaka is going to be able to get the Anub. Really nice cleanse there from Shredded Wind on the Durance of Hate. Good silence arrow by the Sill. Deckard got a little something stuck in his throat. Gonna need a lozenge. Stay a while and Listen has come out. So the tank taken out for pre-workout power. CCS here in a strong position. Blaze has to go in the top lane. He's going to show top, and it's going to show that there are a 3v5 down here. A good pull again by Mundane Zebra onto that the Nasmus, onto the Mephisto, and the Mephisto's going to go down. Mundane Zebra does not miss a tongue, and he hits another one. Do we have another kill here? Yes, the Tassadar followed. Great work by the offlaner there. Mundane Zebra just tonguing people to death like it's his job, and it is. Good siege being done here. Really nice forward aggression here. CCS now with a talent tier advantage. They're level 13 to 12. They're going to be able to clear this objective and push this bottom fort, potentially even this bottom keep. Shoot, shoot! Thank you guys so much. Hype train over. The scam train. What is going on up here? Mundane Zebra running. Look at how fast he's fast as F, boy. Look at him go. Look at him go. Oh, where is he? Is he going to get the tongue? No. Frozen Punisher here. Known as the better Punisher. Good camp, good macro taking that camp early by CCS. Potions all around here. Big stun onto the Anub. Isn't able to get the Unstoppable. Probably going to use it for the engage. The Hanzo Arrow comes out, followed by the Durance. A lot of damage being done. The shift has to come down onto the Tassadar to save his life. Sill is running away and now gets Cocoon. There's going to need to be a peel for that Sylvanas, and that's not going to be enough. She's going to go down. The Punisher is wailing on the fort, but pre-workout power does not care. They're just going and running at the CCS team and doing a great job. 2 members already down for CCS. Deathstrike's about to go down. Deckard with the lozenge. Not quite there on the Dahaka. Meanwhile, Dahaka's going to be collecting the soak here. Must be feeling very confident that he can just kind of walk away from here, and yep, he does. Frozen Punisher gonna be able to take this out. Bop, bop, skibbity bop, bop, and that goes down. So now that the dust has settled, where are we at? Well, I would say CCS has a slight advantage. Nah, it's pretty dead even. It is pretty much dead even here. This middle fort's almost down, but the way pre-workout power is pushing. Although, did he just int? Oh, great bunker value. That is bunker value. That's why you take the bunker. Great Hanzo Arrow there to peel off. Blaze in a little bit of trouble, and the Dahaka is absolutely keeping CCS in this game with those tongues. Great job there from Jinchi to stop the Anub from going back. A shift is going to be coming down onto the Johanna. Meanwhile, the Dahaka is cocooned in the back. Is he going to be able to get out of there? Really nice job, able to dig and get out of that CC. Deckard sleeps 2 members. from CCS. We have a fight here under this tower. Both teams not quite 16. Another great tongue onto the Hanzo, and that is enough to take down the Hanzo. Compliments to Johanna. Do we have a tower shut off here? Not quite. Mephisto's got to be careful with that Dahaka lurking and hitting as many tongues as he has. Shift coming down onto Genji. They're going to be able to push down this fort. Level 16's online for CCS. They're kind of in the driver's seat right now. They seem to be winning the team fights. They're rotating extremely well. They have an extra keep down. And let's see what they do with their slight advantage here. Fortunately for pre-workout power, this next objective is going to be in the top lane, and that is by far their most healthy lane right now. It's the only lane that still has a tower and also the actual fort. Both DPS going to be going back, going to be probably locking onto this camp. I'm going to stay here while we wait. Unless you want to see people soak. You want to see people soak? Alright, we'll watch. Look at even the tongues onto the minions. Mundane Zebra just will not let anybody rest. Look at that scary looking dude, man. That is one bad man. Alright. Oh, they don't want to take this camp yet, huh? They're waiting for objective to pop. Gingy Boy and Shred of Wind, a tank and a healer's best friend. Just sitting here waiting, make sure that they don't steal this camp from them. Both teams actually doing the same thing. And interesting, both tanks are sitting there, both healers are sitting there. Lickitung. Isn't that a Pokemon? Isn't there a Pokemon Lickitung? I think there is. That's like a Gen 1. I should know that. Legacy, trying to give me crippling anxiety, finally caps the camp. Shredded Wind now going to be doing the same after seeing that taken. Hanzo comes out and misses entirely, but still is in a lot of trouble. Has to pop her unstoppable to get away. We have both offlaners here in the middle. Mundane Zebra just kind of collected soak. Go on bottom. Looks like CCS is going to kind of slow play this as much as possible. It's a 4v5. Dig is coming in. Here comes Mundane Zebra. Where is the tongue coming out? It misses. That's the first time I've seen him miss. But a good stun onto the Mephisto. He tries to get away. Is it going to be enough? No, the silence arrow by the Sill is too strong. Oh, the Brightwing not quite quick enough, and the Sill is going to go down. It's a 1-for-1. Here comes the Archon mode. Great stun by Averted. Follow-up Blaze. Shred of Wind has not got a lot of health left and has to be careful of the Hanzo arrow. But Archon is still online and still very strong. Bunker is coming out from the Blaze, as he is very low as health as well. Shredded is one good Hanzo arrow from losing the rest of his health bar. Where does that leave us? Mundane is back in lane, soaking his brains out. He's playing out of his mind. Here comes the Hanzo arrow. Onto the Tassadar. That's a 1.5 second stun based on how long that stun was. Retreat has been called from CCS. The objective has not yet been started really by either team. It's only 5-1 in favor of pre-workout power, and now they're going to start working on this objective. In the meantime, what can CCS do to get value on the map? Well, they could take this camp. They could try to push something else. Unfortunately for CCS, this is the lane that they have no fort. Good stun there onto the Johanna. And here comes the Dahaka digging into the backline. Let's see if he's going to be able to get a stun on somebody. Good peel by the Deckard. The Mephisto ult misses. Most of the ults are down now for pre-workout power. The Cocoon comes out. Great tongue again by the Dahaka onto that Mephisto, and the Mephisto's going to go down. Meanwhile, Tassadar just completed his quest. Good stun by Blaze in the backline, really hitting that tank, or really hitting the healer. The healer's going to need some help in the backline. The noob goes down. Blink has to come down, or rather the shift has to come down onto Zebra. Does he have another tongue? Bunker comes out. Gingy Boy running wild, just trying to solo the entire team all by himself. Where is his damage? The Hanzo arrow comes out to try to re-engage. Good follow-up stun by the Blaze, but they're still too low a health to do anything. Meanwhile, the Punisher is pushing that wall. Who's going to go down? Blaze, again, trying to peel his brains out for his team, and is doing a wonderful job of it. Shredded Wind of no HP. None of these players have any HP, and yet somehow no one is dying. Blaze going back. Sim Legacy needs to go back. Pog needs to go back. And this fort, or rather this keep, is not going to go down And that is very good news for CCS, as their level 10s are online. They got good value across all the lanes thanks to the globals from Dahaka. Just taking a look at the numbers, let's just see what the Dahaka's at. 18,000, and Blaze isn't that far behind, honestly. But the Dahaka so far has been the MVP, as well as the shifts coming in from the Brightwing. 30k healing over the Deckard, who also hasn't died. Taking a quick look at the talents here while teams are kind of just settling into the late game. You see the Rewind, Respect the Elderly, Play of the Game, Fortify Bunker, the Mimic, Invisible Friends, the additional Stun, Contagion, Twilight Archon, and the Bolt of the Storm. Does that say Bolt of the Storm? Yes. So we have the Blink build from the Sill. So I'm excited that we get to watch a little bit of the late game here. I feel like most of the games we've been watching has kind of been ending very decisively. And granted, if they get a kill on the Blaze, I mean, you couldn't even let me talk for 6 seconds before you proved me wrong. Like literally as I'm saying, well, we've set a little late game unless someone gets out of position, which I don't see these teams doing. Nope, immediately someone out of position. Good stun by Gingy, and they take out the Blaze. And now the map is CCS's for a while now. For the next minute, they're gonna be able to do whatever they want. Which, take fort sounds like a good idea. Meanwhile, oh, are we gonna have a tongue? Are we gonna have a tongue? Nope. Just scaring him a little bit. Just keeping the Anubarak on his toes. Gingy boy popping and unstoppable. Doesn't want to get stunned by that Deckard. And it looks like they're going to be able to back up here. Are we going to see a re-engage? Hey, Tree Base, welcome, man. Alright. Blaze is now back up. But it's still only a 4-on-4 out in the field until he can get there. Dahaka's in the bottom lane. Pre-workout Power has to catch CCS kind of out of position once they see the Dahaka somewhere else. If that Dahaka is not immediately there, even if he does immediately start digging, you've got about 5 seconds before that Dahaka can really engage on that fight. And once there's a Dahaka in your back line, not much you can do.
You will take it for me.
So, I'm assuming this Immortal is going to end. Meanwhile, everything I say is wrong, so maybe not. But we will see. Dahaka is already in the back line, already positioned to try to get somebody here. Nobody has checked that bush yet. Dahaka has got to be excited about that. The scatter arrow misses. Let's see if we can get a hook onto one of these DPS, maybe one of these, the healer. A good arrow, though, comes out, and it's cleansed immediately. Meanwhile, the Durance of Hate coming out onto the Dahaka. There's the shield from the Johanna. A lot of the members from both teams very low. Big bunker value across the board. The Sill really can't go back in. A good Respect the Elderly from the Dahaka, and a huge silence arrow by the Sill onto the center mass of the pre-workout Power team, and they have taken a lot of damage now. The CCS is still quite healthy. Archon is online and super irritating right now. It's going to be super hard to engage into that team if you are pre-workout Power. Good Tassadar wall. A good drag onto that Mephisto yet again. And this Dahaka is almost single-handedly winning the game for CCS. Brightwing is going to be taking out the Blaze. And this camp, massive value top, that's going to go down. That keep is dead. I don't think... I mean, I'm wrong all the time. Yeah, alright, well, the keep lives. I'm just going to start saying things that aren't true in hopes that they become true. Like, oh, I'm not going to win the lottery tomorrow. Nope, that'll never happen. World hunger won't be solved tomorrow. That won't happen either. This fight gives me more anxiety than when I play. Yeah, same. Oh, the Blaze was left here all alone. And the Anub and the Hanzo go in and just kind of take care of business. So that's a really, really smart play out of the side of pre-workout Power. And now what are they trying to do? They're holding this objective. Trying to get their Tassadar up before they fight, because they know they still have the Blaze and the Mephisto down. So they have some time, probably another 10 to 15 seconds. I mean, we're talking about one Spider Monkey here. But pre-workout power is going to do all they can. Ooh, a lot of stuns coming out onto the Johanna. And there you go. Sill's going to be able to capture that Punisher. A great stun. Respect your elderly coming out, but a good silence arrow from the Sill. The Cocoon goes out onto the Brightwing, and that's just going to be too much damage for the Johanna. Johanna's going to go down. Great Hanzo arrow into the back line on top of that healer and the DPS for CCS. Meanwhile, bad news bears. All the camps are pushing in all of the keeps. This Punisher is going wild on the middle keep. Sure, you got the kill on the Johanna, but at what cost? Punisher is running wild, beating the crap out of anything in sight. And in pre-workout power, it was going to be left completely defenseless here. We're going to get maybe a little bit of damage onto this core as well. This is a level 23 Punisher. We're 23 minutes into this game. CCS doing a great job making sure they capture that final keep. Actually, I don't think we're going to see any damage being done to this core. Camp being taken here. A little sketch, but that's okay. My map is painted red, and while my name is eternally blue, that's okay. I don't know how that's relevant, and I have no follow-up to that. Welcome, Alex Crando. So now what? Where do we go from here? The whole map is red. CCS is going to have vision of the map pretty much the entire rest of the game. It's going to be... it should be hard for pre-workout power to engage into them without them knowing. And a trap has been set up. And there's the Blaze. Blaze face checks it. Polly comes out. The Hanzo arrow has missed. A lot of damage being done. Are we going to see the engage from the Johanna here? Johanna, oh, looks like actually already used the shield and I missed it. Mephisto, again, getting pulled into that backline. Compliments of Mundane Zebra. The Cocoon comes out onto the Dahaka. And now a really nice counter engage by pre-workout power, but it's not going to be enough. Nas is so close to going down, but good heals from the Decker, throwing out his potions like an old-timey witch. Blaze is going to go down. And Core has to be called here if you are CCS. Dahaka, is he going to get a tongue? Even if you tongue the Anub at this point, it could end the game. We're going to need to see a really impressive defense here out of pre-workout power to extend this game. But Core's been called. We're going to see Catapults here pushing in the bottom lane. Catapults pushing in the top lane. Middle lane has a camp, complements pre-workout power. Is that going to be enough? How long till end this Archon? He does not have it quite yet. The shield misses by the Johanna, and that's devastating. Although, Mephisto is getting really low on the backline. The Mephisto's going to go down. The Anubarak is deep into the backline, is just trying to peel away from the team, peel away from the core. But it's 3v5 right now, and it's not going to be enough, I don't think.
52 gifted a tier 1 sub to Merkhead.
Ladies and gentlemen, are we going to see a game 5? 70% left on the core. CCS trying to extend this series to another game. We got Cocoon on to Gingy Boy, but he says, I'm back and I'm ready to kill, baby.
Gifted a tier 1 sub to the Alex Grandel.
Hanzo in the backline doing all he can, but it's not enough. CCS gonna take game 4, and we are going to a game 5.
Trebase 52 gifted a tier 1
Trebase gifting to the community. Thank you so much. Welcome Miyagi, the Alex Crandall, Duke of Psych, Aven Quaker, and MM
52 gifted a tier 1 sub to M1 Yagi 55.
Welcome, guys. Can't censorship tying this up 2-2. We're gonna go to a game 5. I am pumped about that.
Trebase 52 gifted a tier 1 sub to Abina Quaker 1.
MVP, it has to go to Mundane Zebra. I mean, obviously it's a team game, but holy cow, did he absolutely just ruin this Mephisto's life. Zero deaths from the Dahaka. Shredded Wind pumping out 30k more damage. I mean, that's what Brightwing does, right? He or not damage. 30k more we're Meanwhile, across the board, damage was pretty even. That Hanzo really did a lot of damage for pre-workout power. Mephisto is 6 deaths. Most of those were just tongues by the Dahaka. He was just slaying. Taking a quick look at the talents. Oh, I'm already being invited to the next game. All right, no time to yak. We're gonna give CCS a point here. Boop. Boop. And what map are we going? We're going to Towers of Doom. What used to be one of my most hated maps of all time is now going to decide this Game 5. Give me all the blue bits. Give me all your mother money. The sequel of Game of Thrones. Game of Tongues. Or Tongue Game. Like Squid Game, only it's tongue games. And it has challenges with tongues or something. I don't know where I'm going with this. Anyway, Game 5. Gonna be on Towers of Doom. The only map not shown any love tonight, not banned, not picked, is going to be Cursed Hollow. But Towers of Doom, and this is a map you can really see some interesting stuff on. I expect to see a Falstad ban. I expect to see like a Stitches banned. But this should be an exciting Game 5. Towers of Doom is a refined map for scholars and gentlemen. Oh, is that it? Scholars and gentlemen. We wear the pipes and monocles all the time, you know. Righto. Both teams must be talking deeply about their strategies, as no one has said anything in the lobby. They haven't said that they're ready. They're not talking. This is all business. Game 5 playoffs. Moving on is on the line. And we have a ready from CCS. Pre-workout power. That last game on Infernal was the first game that there was really a lot of back and forth. Good team fights, good macro from both teams, catching people out. It wasn't just like a stomping. Like Game 3, that was a stomping by pre-workout power. I mean, it wasn't even close on Spiders. That first game with the Cho'Gall in favor of CCS, that was kind of a stomping too. Game 2 was a little bit more back and forth, but I think Game 4 was the most competitive game we've seen tonight. Both teams are ready. Game 5 drafting here now on Towers of Doom. Let's do it. Towers of Doom. This is my favorite screen because my face ain't on it. I can pick my nose, I can take my shirt off, I can do whatever I want, chat, and you can't see me. I'm like John Cena in this screen. You can't see me. Show me the Cho'Gall redemption round. Yeah, let's see it. I feel like we're going to see a band here at least. I mean, you got to respect it at this point. They've run it twice. I mean, it was pretty countered that second game, but it was still relatively effective. First ban. There you go. Cho'Gall. Lucio banned. Looks like Shredded Wind does not want to take the Lucio this time around. Junkrat banned out for pre-workout power. And the final ban for CCS. Whom shall it be? A Tracer ban. Someone that can rotate very quickly and very effectively between the lanes. Put a lot of pressure on that offlaner. That's why you see the Tracer band here. First pick could be quite literally anything. I expect to see a DPS though.
Change is upon us.
Wrong again, Blue. Wrong again. Dahaka, taken away taken away from Mundane Zebra.
Victory for the Forsaken.
Sakatora taking the Sill, and Mundane Zebra taking the Blaze. So the offlaners switched characters this time around. Nate and Mundane said, you know what? Alright, play Blaze. You can take Dahaka. The Sill, a very, very solid, strong pick on this map. Got a feeling that if they didn't have to ban Cho, maybe they would have banned the Sill. Vala taken by Pog and Unaverted playing the Garrosh. I made a joke once in Storm League when I was playing Garrosh, and I said, hey guys, I'm throwing. You know, because he throws characters. And my team immediately got into a hissy and said, F it, we're not going to play then, and then they sat in core. The moral of the story is, don't joke about throwing, even when it's a well-crafted joke. Second round of bans, CCS, banning out the Uther. And Luna banned from pre-workout power.
Here we go again.
Chromie taken by Death Strikes, and Brightwing being taken by. Can I give my son back now? Oh no! You have it for at least 30 days. Suck it. Shredderwood taking the Brightwing, rounding out the team for pre-workout power. Gonna be a Maeve and a Rhaegar. Man, if you get thrown into a Rhaegar's totem, it's gonna be a bad time. But CCS does have some pretty decent poke the way it is. Gingy Boy gonna be taking a tank here. Are we going to see a Stitches? I really want to see a Stitches. Yes! Yes, it's the Stitches! Can Garrosh get the throws or Stitches get the hooks? We'll find out here in a hurry. Mods? Let's get a prediction up. This is Game 5. The playoffs. Winner moves on. Pre-work our power against Can't Censorship. Game 5 Towers of Doom starts now. I'm back, baby. I'm still here. I'm still breathing. It's Game 5, but I'm feeling good. I had a nap today. It was pretty nice. And thank God I did. The home team. Pre-workout power from left to right. We have Legacy playing the Rhaegar, Unaverted playing the Garrosh, Nasmus on the Maeve, Pog playing Vala, and Nate on the Dahaka. From right to left, we have Can't Censorship, Shred of Wind on the Brightwing, Gingy Boy on the Stitches, Mundane Zebra playing Blaze, Sakatora on the Sill, and Death Strikes on the... That's a Chromie. I remember who it was.
10 seconds.
I remembered the name.
5.
Any crazy talents?
3.
We have percent damage from the Sill.
1.
10 markers, pursuits, patchwork.
Let the
Pretty
battle
standard
begin.
across the board. Body check from the Garrosh. I'm assuming Val is going to go Q or auto attack here. Come on, Val, you're the last holdout. Come on, so I can take the screen away. First hook by the Stitches, hooks a minion. It's an auto attack out of the Val. Auto attack, meaning she can be Very aggressive early. Good stun coming out from Mundane Zebra, but gets thrown into the back lane. Shift has to come down onto the Blaze to keep him alive, and even that, he's not out of the water yet. Are we going to see another hook? Yes. Does not connect. Rhaegar diving in, taking a lot of damage though. Oh, big damage from the Chromie out of the Vala into the back line. Gingy Boy trying to escape. Oh, they ain't gonna do it. Good kill there by the Vala and Team Pre-Workout Power, taking the first blood. Both camps online. Chromie gonna be irritating as heck on this map. Oh, yep, there they are. Oh, there's a trap. Oh, did I mention she could poke from spawn? So here we see the Maeve rotating mid, catching a little bit of that soak, and we see a big engage. It's a 5-man engage right now, and they have to give this camp. Oh, and Gingy gets stuck in the bushes here. Body block, not going to be able to stay alive. Another great kill there by Pre-Workout Power. Unfortunately, though, they may have gotten the camp. They're not that much farther ahead on XP just because Blaze has been soaking. Although now if the Blaze goes down, we have a different story. This could be bad. Shift coming down from Zebra. Gonna need to cleanse it, probably. Oh, good throw there by the Garage, and the Blaze is gonna go down. Dan, we need predictions. Dan, quick, before the game is over. And a little thing of Towers to Doom. Couple kills early. Yeah, it's not necessarily a game-winning play in the game itself, but maybe mentally it's a little bit draining if you're CCS to know that you've just been farmed 3 times before the 2-minute mark. A lot of damage being done by the Chromie. Chromie is not missing much. But the Goblin Sappers are going to be hitting this bottom tower, and the wall and the top tower are already gone. Blaze and Syl working on this top camp together. The first objective phase online in 15 seconds here. 2 on the top, 1 on the bottom, the way some of y'all like it. Meanwhile, we have the Garage sitting in a very precarious position. What is happening here?
Go forth and claim the altars in my name. The Raven.
Gingy gets thrown into the fray. The totem comes down. A lot of damage being done onto the Stitches, but it's really not going to matter a whole lot. Good polymorph. Sim trying to cap it, but the Chromie just in the nick of time able to poke it. Shift coming down. First core damage is going to be done by CCS to Pre-Workout Power. Doc going to be able to take that top. Sim Legacy going down. The Rhaegar is going to be losing his life. You see the 4 shots being done to the CCS core. Averted, I think, is overstayed as well. Great unstoppable, but it's going to be enough. Good hook by the Stitches, and that's going to clean up the kill. And just like that. Oh boy. Nasmus going to have to run away. I think what's the most impressive thing I've seen here out of this offlaner for CCS is his ability to hold his talents. He's not just, you know, using the W and queuing the wave and constantly trying to stun. And unfortunately, let's see if he can get out of this one. Good shift having to come out. There you go. Every stun that he hits is a perfect, opportune moment. And now this is a great invade by Pre-Workout Power, knowing that the Brightwing cannot shift. They do not have the healer. And Pre-Workout Power is able to bully them off this camp for the 2nd time this game. 8's online for both teams. Each team pretty even in soak. Oh, well done by the Syl to actually stop those Goblin Sappers in their path. Ultimate's online for everybody that is named Chromie. Therefore, Soling Sand's online. Here comes the Garage. Are we going to see a hook? Not quite. The Gamble is online. Thank you, Dan. Camp here going to be taken by Pre-Workout Power. Are we going to see a hook? We try to see a hook, but it misses, and therefore they back off.
The altars rise.
We see a little bit of a gank coming here potentially on this Dahaka. Maybe just to get him to use his healing before he has to dig. Maeve here in the back as well. Oop. My apologies, we missed the Chromie dying there in the bottom lane as we watch this top fight. Shift has to come down on top of the Stitches, and they're able to do so effectively. Still able to take this top objective. Dahaka is able to take theirs in favor of pre-workout power. Meanwhile, this fort is under siege. Compliments of this Garrosh, Vala, and the Rhaegar. The CCS needs some DPS down here to deal with this. And it looks like we might be going in. Nope, not quite. Vala needs to be dealt with. Oh, it's a lot of damage. The Maeve is really out of position. Rhaegar has to pop his Ancestral onto the Vala to keep the Vala alive. And this tower, with 135 HP in a dream, is going to stay alive to the dismay of pre-workout power. Garrosh sitting in wait. Are we going to see... Excuse me. Are we going to see a gank? Looks like we might. We see the Wailing Arrow, the Slowing Stands, Gorge, Blink Heal, and the Bunker Drop for CCS. We have Rain of Vengeance. We saw the Ancestral, Warden's Cage, Warlord's Challenge, and Isolation from the Dahaka. That tower is going down. There's nothing they can do about it. You don't even want to sit there and pretend like it is 2-2. It's been an incredible series so far. And while the core advantage goes to CCS right now, it doesn't feel like they are in the lead of this game. Shredded Wind, just kind of hanging out mid. Nice pull. Dahaka not able to follow up with the tongue. Shredded Wind gotta be very careful here not to get tongued. Looks like the Syl and Blaze are going to try to trade this top tower, but all the other towers for CCS are being punished right now. Ooh, very close there from the Chromidine. Once level 13 hook is online, there we see the Gorge onto the Garrosh. Ancestral coming out, going to be able to save him. The hook comes back, gets the Garrosh again. Unstoppable comes out. Is it going to be enough damage? Not quite. See a bunch of tower shots hitting the core for CCS. It's 28-25 in favor of pre-workout power, who are currently in control of this map. Gingy Boy in trouble now underneath that tower. The cage comes up from the Maeve. Ancestral, or not Ancestral, but the Blink comes down, but it's not enough. As the tank for CCS is going to go down. Meanwhile, in this top lane, are we going to see the Syl take up this tower? Can he shut it off? Looks like yes. He's going in. He eased in. Are we going to see the tongue from the Dahaka? No. This tower is going to go down in favor of CCS, and that's maybe the little bit of space that they need. Are they going to see this Dahaka? No. Dahaka better have to go back a little bit more safe. So the tower advantage that CCS has been negated. Thank you for the follow, Boo Kai Poo. Oh boy, Boo Kwa Kai. My mouth can't make the sound that those letters are. But thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. Welcome. Dahaka in the top lane is going to be working on this top tower for a while. Meanwhile, in the bottom lane, good hook onto the Garrosh again. Is it going to be enough this time? Mundane Zebra's trying to peel off for everybody. Gingy Boy is able to drop the Garrosh down. Is the Ancestral going to be there? Is it going to be in time? No, it's not even up yet for another 13 seconds. Everybody's in the Garrosh. Garrosh is so chunky, but a great pull back onto the Syl, and Syl is going to go down. Good hook by the Stitches onto the Vala. Vala's going to go down and going to lose a little bit of attack speed with it. This was a great fight for CCS right before this objective. They should be able to take this tower and potentially take two objectives here. Dahaka is there. Yep, retreat has been called. It's a 3v2. Yeah, and you can't fight this. So a really strong fight in favor of CCS gives them the XP lead, and it's going to give them even actually give them not a farther lead, but going to give them the lead again in this game. My words are starting to fail me, boys. I apologize. I'm starting to get a little clunky here. 18-25 in favor of CCS. Pre-workout power, one fight away from changing this all again. Hook comes out, but misses. The hook misses, and Stitches angrily slaps the ground underneath him. It's a 4-on-5 here on the bottom lane. Looks like they're trying to push in the pumpkins. A lot of damage being done, though, and they're not going to come in and get a lot of value. The hook barely misses them again. Huge damage onto that Syl, but a great... Wow, what a cleanse from the Rhaegar onto that Vala. Just 9,000 IQ play by the Rhaegar. Stitch is coming in, potentially looking for some sort of gorge, and there we see the gorge onto the garage. Bunker coming out, slowing stances down onto the Vala. Everybody into the bunker right now, going to be getting that armor. They are popping in and out of that bunker like crazy. Great stun by Mundane Zebra, the Blaze, onto the backline. Shift coming down. Gingy Boy in a lot of trouble here in the bottom lane, but the Rhaegar and the Maeve are super low as well. It's not going to be enough. Gingy is going to go down, and it's a 4-on-5 here now in this bottom lane. Altars are going to be popped. And they're going to... CCS has to trade 2 for 1 here. They have to 4-man one of these, in my opinion. Pre-workout power just seems to be a little bit stronger than the team fight. Let's see what we got here. We have Blaze in the top lane. It looks like Garrosh is not going to be there, so yeah. I don't think, well, it's a 2v3 right here. Brightwing's going to poly onto the Rhaegar. A lot of damage being done by the Syl. He's trying to get that Ancestral. Actually, Ancestral is down right now, but here comes the Vala. Death Strikes is going to be able to take this objective, and now this is absolutely a rescue mission. Although, the Syl, ooh, getting stunned by that Rain of Vengeance, the Vala are really getting a lot of value out of that. And while they did cap this bottom objective, CCS is going to trade 3 lives for it, and potentially this tower. Gingy is going to need to maybe get some sort of magical hook and gorge into this bottom tower. Nope, and he's actually just going to go help top here.
I will not give up so easily.
So if the Stitch is still alive, Gorge is still online. The Stitch is going to be looking to potentially get a hook here. Or maybe he's just trying to get any kill he can. He's not going to be able to stop the objective. He realizes that. Is a hook going to come out? Not quite. This might try to be a 6 cap here. Vala takes bottom. They take mid. A hook onto the Haka and the Gorge. Is it going to be enough? Oh, the stun is too late. Just a little mistime. Good silence, though. A lot of damage being done onto the Haka, but a good throw by the Garrosh is going to peel them. Boss is being taken. Oh, great unstoppable. That got the Garrosh yet again. Good stun onto Unaverted, but the Ancestral comes out and is able to heal him. The Tongue from the Dahaka pulls the Blaze. And CCS are trying to make something happen here before 20. They have to win a good fight here. They need their towers back. They need to get some sort of momentum. Averted going really low, and the Chromie's going to be able to take him out. Blaze bunker value. Blaze is no HP under there. Comes out. Hook is out, but misses. Maeve is taking the bottom camp. As it appears that pre-workout power has conceded to give this for taking the camp. Gingy Boy just making sure that that tower goes down. Rhaegar in the bottom lane. They're going to need to clear these pumpkins on the bottom. They can't give up these shots. Looks like Chromie's going to go bottom. He's got to get there, though. You don't want to give away these shots for free. Whew. Chromie's going to need to kite the heck out of that. And there we see it. Meanwhile, we have pumpkins here on the top. Pumpkins here on the bottom. Level 20s are online in favor of pre-workout power. The towers are going to be recaptured by CCS. This bottom tower is not yet, though. And I think if you're CCS, you probably end up giving this objective, clearing out these pumpkins, trying to hit 20 before you're contesting another objective yet. And that looks to be exactly what they're going to do.
Disappoint me.
Oh, they need to be right on that. Oh, they ended up getting that tower shot off. That is unfortunate for CCS. Damn.
The Gravekeeper claims another tower.
And they're waiting for somebody to come through that portal. They're going, please come through. Oh, please come through that portal. I'm begging you. No boss to be taken. And now we just wait for objective. I think next objective is going to be a solo one on the bottom, or maybe it might be mid-bottom. It's just mid. So 20s are online for both teams. Taking a very quick look at it. Vala's got 177 stacks. Firelight Quiver. Farseer's Blessing. Bottom lane has been called as the pre-workout power kind of showed everywhere else. Trying to get them all to come down here. This is going to come down to Stitches getting a good hook and a gorge, and then being able to blow somebody and pick somebody up. Contagion and Inner Rage by the Garage. Visible Friends, Bolt of the Storm, Piercing Sands. Hungry. We have the Hungry Stitches. Hungry Stitches. Hungry Stitches. Do we see a pole come out of the Hungry Stitches? The hook. Oh, onto the Garage. Just misses. Brightwing caught out a little bit. Does not punish for it. We have the camp being taken. Whoops. Looks as though he's a little crazy. Camp being taken in favor of pre-workout power. This could be the game-deciding fight right here. It could all come down to this. Good stun onto the Dahaka. Blaze gets thrown to the backline. Bunker comes down. Huge damage being done. The Sil Arrow silences 3 members of pre-workout power, and they are on the back foot right now. Good hook onto the Garage. Stoppable comes out, but it's too late. Ancestral comes out, and he gets hooked. He gets eaten by the Hungry Stitches. Hungry Stitches has eaten 4 members of pre-workout power. The cage comes out, but the Garage is already down. Shift is coming down. Gingy Boy getting really low. The tank. Stitches going down. Compliments of the Vala. Shredded Wind now in the backline. The Stubble Ancestral is just too strong, and the Vala is online and just ripping through CCS right now. And that's going to be all she wrote for CCS, I think. Great stun, though, onto the Rhaegar by Blaze. Saying, you take one of mine, I'm going to take one of yours. I guess it's not over yet. With that kill, honestly, that Rhaegar kill was really, really big. They're not going to be able to push this without their healer. The Blaze is looking. The Blaze is looking for the stun. He's got to be careful, though. Yeah, retreat's been called. He's trying to go for it. Oh, there's the Haka. Is he going to be able to get it? Oh, he is! The guy's insane! This is the greatest Blaze of all time! What a bunker value play! But he has to clear these pumpkins. This pumpkins end the game. Does he have time to come back? I don't know if he has time to come back. He has to. Stitches is online right now. Oh my gosh. Alright, the shift is coming down. Hungry Stitches could eat everybody. Is it up? It's online right now. Boss is up. And it's been called. Everybody sees it's there. That's the game. That's what pre-workout power's win condition is right now, is the boss. And because of that stagger on the Vala now, that's gonna give CCS the ability to take this boss and then contest that objective. When are pumpkins up? 6 seconds there. That's gonna have to be responded to. They need to take that immediately. Pre-workout power needs to take that. To put some pressure on this bottom lane while they fight for objective. Alright, they saw him coming. A good hook onto the Maeve. The double jump is going to protect him. Good polymorph, though. The cage comes out, and the Sil is in there and caught. Hungry Stitches comes out. He's going to eat the Garage. Chromie, though, is in stasis in the back and really needs some help. Really needs a peel. Your Chromie is all alone. Good bunker value yet again. The Ancestral comes out. What happened? They bossed? I don't know how to miss it. Did I seriously miss that? What? They took the boss. Who took the boss? Dahaka? No. They must have missed pumpkins. I don't know. I don't know what happened. I'm sorry. I completely missed what the hell happened there. But CC pre-workout power won. That was very very anticlimactic. My apologies, guys. They must have capped the objective is what happened. They must have immediately capped it and weren't able to get to it. Let's bring them in here and see what we can do. I'll go into lobby 3. Bottom objective, yeah, radar cap. Thank you, Iggy. Alright, so they delay the rotation and the radar capped.
Ooh.
Hey, man.
Hello.
How you doing?
Oh, I'm okay. I mean, that wasn't, that was a long series.
That was a long, almost 2.5 hours.
Yeah.
What a battle. There was so much going on at the end there, I actually missed you guys even winning. Suddenly
so did the other team.
Suddenly I looked up and I thought everybody lagged out, and then I saw the core at 0 and I went, oh, the objective.
Yeah, it was funny. So like Legacy was like, oh, if they're on boss, like you guys just want to hard stall their rotate. And then like we were thinking about it, and then Legacy was like, oh nah, like we'll just play like they're coming down. But then they hooked Naz, and they spent so much time like off the hook. He's like, oh wait, we can do it. And then it was like, I mean, I didn't see exactly how close it was, but it was very, very close. I think
very close.
So yeah,
that was awesome. So it was a long series. I'm not going to take too much of your time. I got to bring up the Cho'Gall.
Yeah, fuck, I hate Cho'Gall. We didn't know that they like were Cho'Gall. We like yeah, Cho'Gall just makes the game miserable. But like, so we didn't. So the first game, like, we had no idea they were Cho'Gall players or anything like that. But like, we assumed they wouldn't pick it on BOE. And like and you saw why we assumed that they wouldn't pick it on BOE, but like it wasn't even about like whether or not we think we can play against Cho'Gall. Like now that we know they picked Cho'Gall, it's just that like it's not fun, so we just banned it for the rest of the series because
yeah, it's really oppressive. And once you hit 16, it's basically like having a Gazla level 20 at all times. And it's just irritating as hell to deal with. But you guys certainly handled it a lot better the second game.
Yeah, first one was a warm-up game. Oh, that draft was really bad too. Like so like yeah.
My team likes to do the same. We like to drop one game and then we wake up and pull our heads out of our butts and.
Yeah. Do you guys then like to drop another game like just to keep it interesting?
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean we only do best of 3s down in Div D.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah, but we like to keep things interesting. You know, we'll play into double mage without spell shield, that kind of stuff. You know.
Yeah.
That game 3 on Spiders was super impressive from you guys. It looked like you stepped on the gas and then just didn't stop. And I
was mad. I've never been so mad after having to play against Cho'Gall twice. I was like pissed off for greatness.
You guys looked mad and you played mad, and it definitely showed. Game 4 I think was the most competitive game that you guys had on Infernal. It was a lot of back and forth.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was Naz's first time playing Mephisto. So
was it?
I think I'm not like I don't know exactly how many, but he admitted afterwards that like the hero like came out after he stopped playing ranged. But like this was a good Mephisto game, so he was down. You know, like I mean we're in this like you know like it's not like you know we're in this we're having a good time like but you know it's just why we signed up and played. So like.
Yeah, the Dahaka that game 4 was brutal.
Bro, he was zooming.
He was everywhere, and he did not miss a ton.
Yeah, I got licked too. I was like, oh my god, he's so fast.
Yep. And then game 5, you guys were able to bring it home. So, do you guys move on now? Is that how that works? Is it double elimination, or where are you guys in the standings here?
Yeah. So I think we go into the loser bracket finals.
Okay.
Yeah. Whew. Funny story though. So like this team originally was like a different roster, and then we played actually CCS. This team we just played with like I feel like half their roster was different too, but and they beat us and like half my team quit. Like and then like so it's just funny. It was like a funny like grudge match kind of thing, like a situation, and that was hard. Yeah, long series. It
was a long series. It was a lot of fun to cast. I think a lot of people enjoyed watching, and thanks for the good games. Do you have any shout outs or anything else you want to say before we wrap her up?
Yeah, shout out to Twitch chat. Shout out to thank you for casting.
Absolutely.
Shout out to the boys who played today and girls and anyone who played. Shout out to everyone in the league and twitch.tv/freepx. Boom.
All right. Thanks so much, man. Have a great night.
Thanks, you too.
Yep. Bye.
Bye.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to be a wrap for today and for me. I want to thank you guys so much for thank you, Treebase. I appreciate you. Thank you, everybody, so much for coming out tonight and so for supporting these teams. Congratulations to Pre-Workout Power and Censorship for an incredible match, nearly 2.5 hours long of just butt kicking back and forth. It was super fun to watch. I enjoyed it very much. I hope everybody else did. On a personal note, I gotta thank so many people in my chat today who were unbelievably generous. I am sure I will miss everybody, but KK, Camshaft, Circle of 11, Treebase, Crizzo. I'm sure I'm missing people here. Trash Squirrels gifting 3. Watch for Dan gifting 1. All the love and support and all the kind words. It's awesome. Thank you to NGS for allowing me to do this and letting me be a part of their organization, letting me cast some of these games, trusting me with their name and their brand to put on a good show for everybody. So thank you so much to them. I hope you guys had a great day. I hope you have a great night, and we will see you around the Nexus. Take care, guys.